What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. We are back yet again for another episode of Transcending the Culture. We were just with you guys at 4 p.m. If you were logged in, we had an opportunity to connect with official UGD fam, Eric Roberson. Listen, if you missed that conversation, you missed out on a really good conversation. And we stole some extra time because we really didn't even have as much time as we was on there.
But I know I've been seeing all his other interviews today, and I'm like, ooh, I hope we didn't throw nothing off.
Right. Because everybody else's interviews was like 15 minutes right on the button, and I swear to God.
Well, you know, he family now, so you know he's gonna give his family a little extra time.
Yeah, but it was like super cool. Shout out to Rafa for getting that set up for us. Shout out to Eric Roberson for coming on. If you missed it, I'm gonna try my best to play a little bit of it, play a clip of it here in the show tonight. So just keep watching for that. But we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. Of course, you guys usually ask for it. You are getting it tonight. We are doing a full show of Cat Got Your Tongue. So it's going to be really, really dope. I'm going to just keep it all with real life. There's a whole lot of shit to talk about. We got to talk about Chili. We got to talk about Nick King. There's so many other people out there that's on the same wave that we really are going to be tapping into. I know, Kat, you got some stuff on Diddy and some other things.
A lot of other things. This was even some stories dropping today. Some podcasts and some interviewers are in trouble. They're in trouble in these streets. It's getting hard out here for the media. So we're gonna get into that.
Listen, we gonna talk about Ebro because I'm trying to tell you, like, they are not humble and they starting to find out. They're starting to find out real quick.
Well, they're having some of the same issues over at the Breakfast Club. So
yes,
I've heard.
Not humble, and they finding out what it is. You know, they say fuck around and find out, and they are.
They in that find out season. Hey.
So when I tell you I ain't got no sympathy because we out here doing it. The Nazy Nays, they out here doing it. It's so many other people, the journalist Shays, so many people who we are connected with that like feet to the ground, like they are doing it. And it's a lot of people out here in, you know, quote unquote major or mainstream media who they don't get it and they don't respect the process. They don't respect the process at all. And they are finding out right about now. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But first things first, we have a queen in the building. Now, y'all have seen her on the platform. Listen, I done so many different platforms, so many podcasts. And when I first started podcasting, she came on to The Real Deal with James. I ain't did that show in so long, but she came on to The Real Deal with James. And that probably was one of my highest rated shows at that time. But listen, I'm so happy. I'm so elated to have her on the platform, really in any, you know, way, shape, or form.
Any capacity. We're always happy to work with her.
Yeah. So it's really cool with us tonight. She is here talking about something that really has become near and dear to Cat Queen and I, the 2026 Legend Awards. As you guys know, we were a part of the Legend Awards last year, and it was so amazing. I got an award, and I did the Oprah cry and all that shit on the stage like a goddamn fool. And listen, whatever happened this year, I'm not going to go out like this no more. Like, I done lost 100 pounds since then. So, you know, I'm going to be food out, trying to get my stuff together. But I need y'all to know I ain't going to show out like that. And you ain't going to have tears and shit all over the place. But
all that this year.
I'm so happy to welcome Nazy Nay to the platform so that she can fill you guys in on the 2026 Legend Awards, which is going down April 26th. We are the official media partner. J Management and Publicity. We are the official media partner. And Cat Queen has some dealings with it too. But we got a lot going on. We are going to be on the red carpet. We got quite a few people who have already aligned and they're going to be on the red carpet. So let's shut all that down and bring Nazy Nay in so that she can fill us in on the rest of it. What's up, Queen?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes.
Hey.
Listen, I'm so happy that you are here. Like I really, really am. And you have been a tremendous support to me with
Always.
everything. And like that award last year, like that got me. And I know I looked the damn fool on the stage. I know they was probably like, this fool.
No, you didn't.
Man, we all was up there crying with you, okay?
Yes.
I was in the
I was
front like,
really, really,
that's
really
my
grateful.
cousin, y'all.
And
That's my cousin.
Regardless of anything, like that hit the heart because it's from home.
Yeah.
Like it ain't nobody out. Like it's from home. It's from the people who are around you and the people who you don't think pay attention or you don't think that they necessarily see what you have going on, and you may not even really recognize what you have going on. So the idea that I got something out of that, like that was like everything to me.
Well, you certainly earned it.
I will say thank you because I almost was gonna say I know, but I'm not even because everything that I do it's like love and passion and like heart. It ain't about where it probably should be about some money. It ain't never ever ever been about money for me because I will keep a job and keep a hustle going on and have some money coming in from somewhere else. But like this like soothes the mind and the soul and like keep me moving and keep me happy and wanting, doing something that I feel is not only meaningful to me, but it's helping people in the community. It's helping other people who want to do media. Like so many people who are getting something out of it. So I'm grateful to you.
Oh, well, I'm grateful to you guys too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. When y'all said you wanted me to come on the show, I'm like, oh my God, like okay. I'm ready.
Well, I know that you also have so many things going on. So it was just like, okay, I gotta get to her before it's too late. And I know she got so much stuff going on and she worked through the day like I'm working through the day. And my only benefit is that I'm on my phone all day long and everything that I do I can do from my phone. So it helps me to get a lot of stuff done because I'm moving all day long from 5 a.m. until 11, 12 o'clock. Ron Leffert, thank you so much for
What's up, Ron?
But yeah, so I'm grateful to you for coming on. But we need to know about the 2026 Legend Awards.
The 2026 Legend Awards, y'all, is here. We are less than now at this point. This is April 1st.
It's less than a month.
It's here. So we got 26 more days. Well, 25 more days, I guess you could say. It's coming fast. It's coming fast. And I'm just excited. Every year is different. You just never know really what to expect out of the award shows. Yeah, you never know what to expect, but I will say that this year we're gonna turn it up a notch.
I know you are. I know you are. I'm super super excited. You sent me a list of the performers, and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be fun. So I'm excited. What do you feel is different about this year? As opposed to last year when you did.
Last year was like the first show that the Legend Awards or Saya had in over, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 years because of COVID. So during COVID, he didn't have a run, and everything, and that was like the first year coming back. So I mean, I expected it for it to be great last year, but it actually exceeded all of my expectations. It was amazing.
I thought it was amazing. Aside from, I would say maybe how long it was, but I think that all shows are long like that. Like when I went, every time when I do the Soul Train Awards, because they are filming and all of that stuff in the process. It'd be like 5, 6, 7 hours.
Well, because we have 2 hours of red carpet, 2 hours of red carpet. And then the show this year is 5 hours. You have to think about we giving out over like 50 awards. So we have to, most people. Okay, so let me tell you this. When I worked with Ohio Hip Hop, which are the forefathers who laid,
absolutely.
Right.
They are the people who made the pathway for us to even have these shows here.
I thought I was somebody when I did the red carpet for them. I was like, don't play with me. I'm somebody.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So that organization opened up a lot of doors for us. So I don't ever want to like exceed them. or try to. I want to always pay homage. So this is why I go hard every time, we have an award show. Our team all comes together. Saya, his vision is very well respected.
Absolutely.
So I always try to, go above, each year. Now what I will say is, last year, it was, it was a long show. It was. What we did, however, is because everybody that showed up all are, busy and amazing people. So I made sure that we gave time to your category may be called around this time frame, just so that, it was a Sunday as well, just respect other people's time. But it is a long show. Now with the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, I didn't know when they gave out way more than what we do, for our award show. But what I will say is they used to have parties beforehand and hand out, awards then, things like that. But one time I was a receiver of best radio show, and we didn't get to go on the stage. We had the VIP table, and everything. But I'm I wanted to give a speech about
right.
And it was my first year. It was my first year actually doing radio. It was my first year. So it was I was maybe 6 months in the game. And, to win that type of award and the love that was shown, I'm like, oh, man, this is real, y'all. This is real. So I don't want for anybody to ever, who this might be their first time they winning. Whoever wins these categories, I want everybody to be able to get their thank yous, get their shout outs, get their support from their families, hear their people scream their name. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So
everybody wants they like me. They really like me. Everybody want their moment.
Yeah. So it was something like I felt the love. And you know me personally. So you know that I'm not one that really I don't go out. I don't be out in the mixture. I don't really be around a whole lot of people or whatever. I'm usually away and doing my own.
That's what you got. That's what you got me for.
It is. But I say that to say that I didn't really expect the love that I got, because a lot of the people I was I don't really know these people, and they kind of don't really know me because I don't get out like that. So to get I felt the love.
Yes, because you might see, that's the thing. We look at ourselves, and we sometimes we downplay ourselves.
Well, we do. And I've done that a whole lifetime. So as we build on ourselves and we come out of that shell, and I've really only been out of that for maybe a couple years, and I probably ain't even all the way out of it.
But you've been listen. I watched you leave your job. Okay, I watched you leave your job. To pursue your career in media, and you didn't just pursue a career in media and work for somebody else. You went for the gusto. You made your own media team and everything. And I saw you with these. I saw you at the one of the Ohio Hip Hop shows award, and you had cameras and all this. I'm like, what is James doing?
And I ain't had no damn money. I don't know how the hell I pulled that shit off, but
well, you did it, okay?
Yeah,
you were so professional.
The point is, I did it, and it was meant to be kind of that message to other people that. Forget what everybody else is saying, and forget who say that you can't do it. If you want to do it, you can figure out a way to do it. And I have been so blessed, because when you look at it, I've been doing this 25 years. I've been doing this.
I was about to ask you how long it's been.
I've been doing this since 2001 when I started. Well, actually before, but I started Radio 1, and that was where I met Hef. I started Radio 1 in 2001, and I've been doing it since then.
Wow.
I've been doing it since then. I launched my first platform around that time. And out the gate, I had Kelly Price and Devin the Dude.
Wow.
And then from there, it just blew up.
I'm going to tell you one thing about James, though. I'm going to tell everybody, all the listeners out there, James and these connections, I be like, I see these people. I'm like, oh. Now, I know he's a sweetheart. He's very, very kind, and at times I'll be like, man, James got the juice, y'all. you are Cleveland's secret backbone for real.
But they be. I will say that people be sleeping on me though, and they do.
Not all the time. So the thing is, I feel like they were, but I swear it seems like around that award show time, I just started. What I do is after the award show or after any event, I always watch to see what happens for the people who were involved. Right. You've been popping. Y'all been popping.
We absolutely have. And I was just
thank you.
I was just telling Kat, like,
and I feel like it literally like catapulted after the award show. You don't know how many opportunities, not only us, me, we've gotten so many opportunities just from, and last year we was just attending, we were just doing the red carpet. I was like, oh, we big money now. Like I was popping itch last year.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's different this year. It's going down this year.
I've learned so much though, and just from that experience, I was able to take so much away from it, and then I've learned so much. So we absolutely, as a result of doing the red carpet last year, and then obviously getting the award, we absolutely have been popping. And I was just telling Kat 2 weeks ago, like, Kat, like the numbers are up. Like I'm looking at how many people were, because every time we do a show, I'll go, to the TV and I'll pull it up on the TV and it'll tell you how many people have looked at it. And I'm like, Kat, like I text her, like, you see how many people have looked at the stream? Like the numbers are up, and it's a blessing. And no, we ain't got millions of views and all that kind of shit, but we have an organic following. Every week we see the same people plus new people, and like
the real love, the real support.
And it takes time. Like people don't understand that with this podcasting and having a network, and like it takes time.
Well, I feel like anything you're doing independently.
Absolutely. It's not overnight. And you got people, because we're gonna talk about later in the show, Ebro is complaining because now that he ain't with the station anymore and get no interviews. Yeah. Yeah, you need to build them relationships. That's what it is. And they don't get it because it's been
handed to you, and when you go and earn it. Believe me, I know. Okay.
Absolutely.
When I started out in the industry, I started off with Black Kush. Remember, I was with Black Kush Records, and I was at Black Kush Radio.
Yeah.
And with Black Kush, a lot of people they wanted to do interviews because the show was popping so much. But also during that time, I was grateful to my team because they allowed me to also build my own name itself and to build my own brand as well. So when we did all part ways, I was still able to be Nazy Nay. The brand and the Boss Chicks was still out there. Yeah. So, I mean, James, you started a bit different. You just came out straight, with your media, like it was just you at first,
It came out swinging.
I kind of did. I mean, because, and it really all started from me trying to do a website for Bone. It really came from there. And I had built out this website, and it's crazy because I'm like, okay, I want to get it to them. I want to try to figure something out. I at least want them to see it, see if we could do something. But you know yourself how it is when you're trying to get in contact with people, and people who know people and all that kind of shit. And it just was not working out. And when I tell you, I mean, literally, I guess probably on some fan type shit, if you really think about it. My cousin and I, we went and basically we knew where they were going to be at, and we just went and chilled for like hours and hours and hours waiting. And I had written out a proposal and all that shit because I got the business side, so I put a proposal together, and she's an artist. She had drawn like a life-size picture of them.
Oh wow!
And, we ended up meeting them. And I put the proposal in their hands. Now, obviously, ain't nothing happened with it, but it ain't really that didn't even really matter to me that it didn't go to where I wanted it to go. It was just the fact that somebody told me no, Radio 1, and I said I'm gonna figure this shit out myself and get to it. And I did it. And I put it in their hands. I ain't give it to no manager, to no publicist. I put it in their hands.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And then like. The biggest thing out of it, my cousin, she had drawn that poster. They all signed it, and then they stopped the show, which was at the Nautica then. It was still called the Nautica, and had her pass the picture up in the middle of the show.
Wow.
And then Lazy held the show up, or the poster up, to show, look what this person did for us. And like, to me, that was everything. But that was when I started, because that moment was like, okay, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be in media.
Don't be scared.
And that was my moment. And I took that website that I had done of them and just turned that into my first blog, or, whatever you want to call it at that point. But I just kind of jumped out there and started doing it. The blessing for me was that I got the majors before I got the local. So I started getting the notoriety and getting out there and getting the numbers and all of that because I was getting all of the major acts. So the Lil Waynes and the Juveniles. I was doing all of that. Huh? You say what?
I said that ain't past tense. You said
it absolutely is not.
It never stopped.
And the beauty is that I've been able to maintain that for 25 years. So I mean, it's 25 years, and it's hard to believe, but I've been doing it. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for you because, like, even with everything that I did, the Legend Awards was like, that's it for me. Like that was a big thing for me to get that award and to be able to do the red carpet. Like that was everything.
It seemed like y'all. I mean, even though you were in charge of the red carpet, right? We had quite a bit of media that had signed up, but the only footage I really saw, like, that, we could use for, future tents and everything, just for the future. If we, we get the building up the brand and showing like how we've grown.
Yeah.
Y'all all over it.
But you know why? And I credit that obviously to my past experiences and whatnot, but having been able to go and do the BET Awards and do the Soul Train Awards and do the Grammys and like all of that stuff, I knew what the expectation was, and I based what Kat and Tiffany and I, because I never want to leave Tiffany out, even though she's not on the show with us anymore, but she was with us last year. And the things that we did were based on the expectation that was set when I did the Soul Train Awards, and I knew that whenever you did anything like that, you needed to have your stuff to them within 48 hours. It's just the same as when Kat and I do streams with like the cast of these different movies and TV shows and whatnot. They want that shit in 48 hours. If they don't have it, they ain't gonna ask you about it. They ain't gonna send you no email. You just won't be doing media with them no more. So it's like that stuff is important. But if you have not gained the foundation and you haven't done, I mean, I'm not just gonna sit up and say that everybody should be in school, but if you have not gained the foundation and learned the rules and the tricks of the trade and all of the stuff that goes along with it, then that's kind of what ends up happening. That's what you see with a lot of today's media, independent media, is that they don't really have the foundation.
Right. I will say that the red carpet went so smoothly. I mean, I knew this is the thing. We were doing a revamp. We were doing a revamp for the Ohio, for the Legend Awards. I'm sorry. We were doing the revamp, and when Saya sat down, I asked him what his expectations were. Like, what do you want from the show? And he was like, I just want to kill it. He's like, I want to give the people what they need and bring people together. And those words alone were enough to make me say, I'm doing it. Let's go. I'm in. You got me. You know what I mean? A lot of people reach out to get me to work with them on different things, and I don't really work with just everybody. Not as if I'm like, I try to be funny or I'm too good. It's just because
I'm the same
you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You are your own brand. You are a working brand. I've worked hard for this brand. You cannot just let anybody toy with it. So,
I am the same. I am exactly the same way. And the thing with y'all have such a level of respect for all of the people. So like, I ain't see nothing where it was like, that wasn't cool or that shouldn't have went that. Like, y'all, like I talked to Saya yesterday, or I messaged him yesterday, about today and whatnot. And, while clearly he couldn't be here because of other obligations and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
It was very well said. I got it. We said a few words after that or whatever, but it's just the level of respect that y'all have. Like you feel valued. And I feel valued working with y'all. So.
Yeah, and you are very valued. When we did the revamp, like, who do we want to work with? We want to work with people who are mature, who have been in the industry a while, who understand, what we're trying to build. And I was like, well, I know who I want for media, over media. I know.
And I appreciate that so much, just because of where UG Digital has grown. I mean, that it started as just a magazine. So now for us to have the podcast network, for us to have the internet radio, and now for us to have the PR firm, and like that came right on time. It came right on time. Like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, hell yeah! Like this is it. I got an email from somebody, who said they're going to be on the carpet, and that was dope. I sent out to who you told me to.
Okay.
I actually sent out to somebody else as well, and
Okay.
I'm just waiting. But I
We're
think it's going to be
looking.
really, really dope. And y'all
Yeah.
have like the way the carpet was set up last year, and how it was different vendors, and they had food, and like that was perfect. Like
Yeah.
that was perfect. Like
Yeah, this year we're changing up a little bit because we're expecting for the weather to be a bit better.
yeah,
Hopefully so. But we're switching it up just a little, not too much. But we, once you go over, once you have an event, you go over things and you look at how things could went even more smoother. You know what I mean? So we're changing a few things up, but not too much. Enough to where people could be a bit more comfortable. I mean,
yeah,
we do want for some people to be able to have some intimate interviews, like those we want to utilize those 2 rooms that we have on the other side, those small
yeah.
rooms there. If we could, that'd be great. We're changing some things up. So
Well, we need look. We let me put my DMs in. We need one of the rooms. Like we need one of the rooms for real.
well, the thing is too, okay, so this is the thing. Some people just wanted to be right on the red carpet because they felt like people came right in and they
Yeah,
were boom right on, but it
and
depended
that really
on.
was. You're right. You really are.
Yes, it depended on the type of outlet. It had to fit. If it's an outlet who didn't have like the media where they're like let's say what's happening in Cleveland, like that outlet is different. They would have to interview quick interviews like this,
Mhm.
then that would be a red carpet
Yeah,
person. But if they had it where they wanted more intimate ones, where they wanted to use those interviews later and give them back to the artist and things like that to build a relationship for the platform itself, then of course one of those rooms will be utilized.
yeah,
So I did see people utilizing it last year, but I was at that stage so much I didn't even remember getting many
yeah,
pictures. I didn't. I was just at that stage, working with Mo side by side
yeah,
because Mo run a tight ship. She don't play.
yeah.
She one of the dopest PRs we have in
That's-
Cleveland. I feel
Listen,
sometimes,
I think
yeah,
she is mad though. I
yeah,
I
she don't
had
play no
her
games.
I
Yeah.
had her on the entertainment plug, and she
Hmm.
mad though. She is mad
Oh
though.
yeah. Oh yeah. She's a female that stands on business. She ain't afraid of nobody. And
Yeah,
one thing about being in this industry, you got to be able to say no. You got to be hard with your no's and soft
yeah,
with your yeses.
absolutely.
So, so yeah.
No, I get it.
Definitely a good.
So what else is there that we should know about the upcoming show? Because we are 3 weeks away, basically.
Yeah. Without giving away too much, because we want to, keep some things exclusive. But like I said, and as we have some really dope artists performing. We haven't really, we have a few more to, confirm that we're going to have on the stage, but we're bringing definitely the whole state together. We have some folks from Cincinnati. We're looking at Toledo. Toledo showed a lot of love. I
Yeah,
didn't realize Toledo had so many artists. A lot of
Mm.
lot of artists in Toledo. Detroit always coming through. They are cousins. Our cousins got to come.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Youngstown for sure. They've been growing. I've been seeing a lot of artists there that have been Columbus. When I
yeah,
say
yeah,
Columbus,
yeah.
Columbus,
Columbus is hitting.
oh my gosh,
Yeah,
the
Columbus.
artists.
Columbus is hitting, and Cincinnati definitely is.
Yes,
I'm seeing a lot
Cincinnati.
more people from
Yes.
Cincinnati.
Yes, from Life of Cincinnati and Columbus has like their media pretty much is all intact. I'll say that all the
Yeah,
ones that's been reaching out. I mean, it's been nothing but professionalism. Even the artists they've been sending our way. I'm like, I don't even. These people are dope. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
hopefully, when they come, everybody gets to network and meet each
absolutely.
other. Everybody's gonna look good,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I love smiling faces.
yeah,
And of course, we're gonna have great security as we always do. So.
absolutely.
I just expect for it to be. We're going to be honoring a few people that have been in the industry that I feel like, well, not only I feel like, but our team feels like need to be given that respect and pay homage to.
Yeah,
We're going to definitely have. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. We're going to acknowledge some of those that we lost before.
yeah,
Actually, the industry here in Cleveland itself alone has taken some major hits in 2025,
yeah.
and actually
Mm.
started 26 with a major hit or two, with a few
Mhm.
losses of some of our greats. So we're going to definitely shine a light on them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
So
I think that I just want to commend you guys again, and obviously, Kat and I are a big part of it this year, but just commend you for what you're doing not only for Cleveland, but for all of the, the surrounding cities, the Toledos and the Cincinnatis and the Columbuses. And
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
we got
I
Reese
think it's
Reese in
amazing.
here
You
saying
don't
that
see
nasty natty.
you don't see a lot of states. You don't see a lot of areas, I'll say, who are doing or putting shows together like this. Like a lot of people, they are dependent upon the BETs and
Yeah.
the bigger networks, to do things like that and for them to be honored. But
Yeah.
it's a whole nother ball game when you're being honored by your own state and your
Like,
own city. And
Mm-hmm.
like, that
yeah.
is really, really huge. And I don't think that a lot of the artists necessarily know coming in what this is gonna do for them.
Yeah.
Once they come out on the other end. I don't think they
Yes.
realize, but I think absolutely once they do it that first time or they are involved with it, they realize it.
Oh
They
yeah.
absolutely realize
Yeah.
it.
A lot of
And
artists make connections with producers. They worked with producers. It was just a lot that went on last year. People started working with people who they only heard of but never actually saw them in person.
uh-huh.
It was great. So this year I expect for people to even, to make more connections.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's about, I mean, a lot of charity. I have a lot of charity people who do charity events and things like that. They're going to be coming. Vendors who can help other people expand their brands.
Yeah.
Just, it's just all about bringing the city together, and that's all that matters to me. Anything
Absolutely.
else outside of that does not matter to me. I'm here to say this on your show today. Okay.
Absolutely. Now
None of it
listen,
matters. None of all the shade.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the shade. I see the shade. And I normally don't even acknowledge that type of stuff. The thing is, I always walk away with my head up. But I'm going to say this. Okay. We hear it all, but we do not respond because why?
right.
Because we're really just good at what we do.
You just
Mm-hmm.
and not you gotta stay above it and you gotta
Exactly.
stay above it and keep on moving
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
obviously doing something if they talking. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you
We
obviously doing something.
surpass the negativity, and it's all love over here. And that's what
Right.
it's
And
about.
it's
I can't work with people who don't want to spread love, you
period.
know?
Period.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, same sentiments. That's all I can really say to it.
Mhm.
And Kat and I we talk about it all the time. I mean so many
Yeah.
people
I'm waiting to Jeffrey James to give me a chance, but he just got come on, Jack down, cuz I would like to
let
talk
me
to
let me
the
let me shut up. Look, she
independent
know I'm a
boss chick
talker. Let me
too.
shut up.
I'm like, I'm trying to get in with the independent boss chick too. Dang,
Go ahead, Queen.
I'm
Go
sitting here
ahead,
like,
Queen.
damn. Yeah, you got me and James about to beef today. Damn.
Don't
I'm
y'all
joining.
beef.
I'm joining the other side. I'm beefing with both of y'all. Now look, what? Now what?
Don't beef with
Now
me.
what?
I
Now
don't want no
what?
smoke.
Yeah, no, I
I don't
ain't
want no
doing that
smoke.
because
Let me shut up.
no, but the thing about shade, me and James have been talking about that because when somebody try to bring you down, that means that they think that you're above them.
Mhm.
They think because how they gonna bring you down if you ain't up? So
Right.
that's what I have to keep telling myself. And the funny thing
Yeah.
is, when we did a interview at the Legend Awards last year,
Mhm.
that's when we met journalist Shay,
Mhm.
and she gave me one of the best quotes, and she said, "Collaboration over competition."
Yes.
And ever since she said that, that's something that really stuck with me. And every single person that I met at the Legend Awards and that I connected with, networked with, we have worked together. We have had positivity. It just seemed like when James said it was so much positivity in the room. Like everybody was excited. Everybody wanted to like you said, it was people I may have heard of, but I didn't get to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
So it was just it was so amazing. And that's where we connected. We
Mhm.
connected at the Legend Awards, and that was my first time working an award show.
Oh wow.
So
A lot
I
of
went
work.
there. I was so nervous. I mean, when I say I was so nervous, and I'm just like, James, I don't know, like how I'm gonna do red carpet. I don't. And he like, you got
I don't
this.
know.
Like we
I don't know why she was lying because
know
man,
why,
listen.
but I was not. I mean, I'm the type of person I can get up and do whatever. I try, no matter what. But I was still. I mean, it was a big scale. It was a whole auditorium, or auditorium arena full of people like that. I respect that I want to
Yeah.
work with. So I was really intimidated.
Yeah.
But you had one of the vendor that was selling jewelry, and I had bought this little queen, this little crown
That's beautiful.
bracelet, and this
Yeah.
is my lucky bracelet. I wear it almost every day, especially when I go do something. And so it was just like that day was like I put my crown on. Like I put my
Oh
crown on,
yes.
and like I felt so like invigorated and alive and just ready to do next thing. And so then when we connected, I had got my first hosting gig, hosting with Trappy.
Okay.
And so then we were talking, and like, you would give me tips. You'd be like, hey, don't forget to say this, don't forget to do this, like giving me tips. And a lot of people would be like, well, who is this to tell me this, or who is
Mm-hmm.
she? But I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I'm like, okay, what do I do with this situation? And you were, so that's why I always tell people, like, that's my mentor, that's my friend, that's
Oh,
somebody that
that's
really,
sweet.
one of the first people that I just met organically that really believed in me and thought that I could do hosting and stuff. And ever since then, I've done hosting
Ooh.
gigs.
Oh,
I've done paid hosting gigs. I've done this and that. And it just was like, I didn't even, it would have never, that would have never happened had we not went to the awards and I met you and you helped me. It was like a diamond. When I say like the awards was like a pinnacle, it was like something that really was special to us. And so that's why I tell people, if you are doing music, entertainment, anything in Cleveland, you need to be there.
yeah,
You need to be there. I even met producers and got auditions, movie auditions
yeah.
from at me being at the Legend Awards. And me, like when we, like James said, he told us the expectation. And when I say, me and Tiff was like, all right, we gonna, every person we see, we gonna grab them and get
Right.
a word. We gonna take a picture with them. We
And
gonna do,
they
so
damn sure did that.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Y'all
everybody, we
did.
was like, excuse me, can you just come over here real quick? And it
Yeah.
was just, it really honed in my skill. It did so much. Like even seeing Reese
Yeah,
winning.
That's my
And
girl.
being, I
Hey,
love Reese,
Reese.
and that's where that was my first time meeting Reese in person, and just like this. And Reese is one of my very good friends,
Yeah.
mentors. Comes to see Reese came to see me walk at my first fashion show, and I heard her before anybody. So as I came out, she
Shout out to Reese.
I love Reese, and
Yes.
it's
Shout
like,
out to Reese.
I'm really
Yes.
thankful for you guys in our life.
Beautiful person. Yes.
Um, the awards, you had so many people that were, it was like you got them right before they exploded. Like when we saw Dank DeMoss was one
Oh yeah.
of the performers
yeah,
last year,
Yeah.
and we was when she performed, all eyes was on that stage. James like, well, who is that? Write her name down. We know we gonna be looking out for her. And then right after that, she just soared and took
was
off. How
Yeah.
do you feel knowing that you have an eye for talent and that it seems like you haven't been proven wrong yet? Where did you get that? Where did you get that from? Is that something natural? Is that something like, what do you look for? How do I spot the next superstar?
Well, I'll just say from on my end, uh, a gift recognizes a gift. You
Mm,
get what I'm saying? Like when I
yeah.
jumped in this, I came in as an artist. I didn't come in even. I didn't even radio and all that was not something I thought I would ever do. I didn't think about it. It's just something that happened. Just because my team, my manager at the time, he was like, "Okay, Nay, you singing, you performing. Now it's time to host." I didn't want to do. I didn't want to host. I didn't want to look at his vision, but like, okay, I want to host, and I was nervous. But he's like, "Nay, you sing in front of all kinds of people. Sing as people was three. Now it's time to host." So then I started hosting. Then after that, he left one day. He's like, "We got the radio show going on. We got a paid interview in there. We need you to go do it." I'm like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, go do it. It shouldn't be hard for you." It was pressure right on the spot, and, and pressure makes what?
yeah,
Diamonds, honey, diamonds.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So and it started with somebody else believing in me first. And they could see
Hmm.
something in me that I didn't see. So I mean, I jumped in, I did that radio show that day. I was like, all right, I'm coming next Sunday. They're like, sure, come on. Then it went from me just coming on as I guess a co-host hosting and having my own show.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I can meet a person and I lead with my spirit. I lead with my spirit. When you're gifted, if you're a gifted individual and God bless you with that, it comes from him, then you see it because you recognize the light in others. And that's how I guide myself all the time.
I get it. You seem like you always surrounded by so many positive and talented people.
Yeah.
Um, so um once we met and I started doing some hosting, I was able to host Wine and R&B, and
Mhm.
that is where I was able to meet Saya. And Saya is, well, I only know this much of him, but he's so serious. Sometimes he could be serious. He's about his business. He ain't there to play
Mhm.
nothing. And the first time I was hosting, y'all got to come to one of my events. I'd be up there acting a fool. I had him laughing. And I'm like, now that I made you crack a smile, I know I got something. I know I'm doing something.
Yeah.
So how did you guys start working together? And can you explain to our fans what Wine and R&B is and what other business ventures you guys have?
So Saya, it's like, you know how somebody is in the industry, but you don't really know them, but you hear of them. So for years and years and years, I just heard of them, heard of them, heard of them. And then my cousin Rob Rose, who has passed away, who's one of the biggest promoters in Cleveland, through lots and lots of shows at Captivate and all of that. And he brought us together. He was like, you know, Nazy, you know, actually he had a show there, and I was coming there to support an artist. And then we shook hands, we talked for a minute, and then it was like, okay, I had through my IBC show that I would usually have annually, yearly. We're bringing it back in 2026. Exclusive. That's an exclusive right there. Yeah, 20
We've been getting
females.
all kind of exclusives
Right,
today.
right.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you're the first interview I've had this year. So, but yeah, that's coming back. So, ladies, look out for that. But yeah, so we worked together for that show, and he was like, "Well, let's just throw some shows together." And we started throwing shows, and I was, you know, hosting, and he would, you know, throw the shows, and then we became business partners. Then this was all during quarantine because a lot of, you know, venues weren't opening, you know, and my cousin Rose was like, "Well, I get all access to Captivate. So what you want to do, Nate?" You know, I'm like, "Well, you know." And then, you know, Sai was doing his show, so we came together and collaborated. You know, that was a time when people really needed to be together, you know, and stick together as a city, you know, keep the music scene alive during that time, you know. And we did that, you know, and then after that, it's like that was it. After that, we just clicked. We no arguments, no nothing. We just get along. Great business partner. If he has an idea, he respects my opinion. So then we go ahead and we continue with, you know, with what's supposed to be done. We do what we're supposed to do. We also what else do we have coming up? Um Now the hip hop shows, I stepped completely away from that. I've done them for a long time, and they can be overwhelming, you know. So now I'm comfortable with just the R&B shows. So that's what kind of brought up wine and R&B, because I wasn't hosting anymore hip hop. People could call me right now, like, "Nay, we got one." I'm not doing. It's just I've outgrown it, you know. The hip hop shows are great. I do go to support, you know, the hip hop shows and whoever's hosting, you know. But my energy level isn't where it used to be. You know, the R&B is much smoother. It's much calmer. The shows are smoother. So why the R&B, of course, was Sia's show. It still is his show. I just host. And of course, you know, I'm a little bossy. So if I'm hosting something, I'm like, well, look, I run a tight ship. Let them artists not in. I didn't know who's here. What we're doing, you know, and whatever the DJ too, they always know, like, whatever DJ I'm working with, because I for years only worked with DJ AK, forever. He would get paid a DJ. My manager would throw me in there as a bonus, and I would host. So, you know, that's just what I did. So I always know that my DJ is always my right hand person, you know. And some DJs, you know, could be, you know, they don't want to listen a little bit. So I'd be like, "Oh, I ain't working with you no more," and tell them right to their face, and they know it. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. And they be like, "Well, why, Nazy? Because you don't listen to me.
Don't
I ain't about to
listen.
argue with you on that mic. Like, calling you out. I want to shout you out, not call you out. You know what I mean?" So
To shout you out.
I can be a little
That's
bossy.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you deserve to be, and I think as a woman in this industry you need to be. So that's what I really wanted to talk to you about, because I'm navigating as a new person. I'm not that new, but I'm still getting my fillers out and running the situations. And like you said, sometimes as a woman they don't want to listen, or they don't want to do what you say, or they think it's they way or the highway. How do you have the confidence to be bossy, be your own boss, and stand in it and know that you have that power? How do you do that? And what would you tell for women coming behind you that want to be in this industry? What advice would you give them?
Number one, I'll just say is this: respect is everything. And respect is, when I say respect, is not only being respected by others, but respecting yourself. If you walk in that room with your head up, you're not walking with your head down. You walk up in that room with your head up, confident, right? You carry yourself with respect. And the way that you carry yourself is how people treat you, you know, truly in this game. Truly.
That's a
So
word right there.
yeah. So, you know, if you come in and you're not, it's a difference between being arrogant and respecting yourself. It's a huge difference. People who walk in there arrogant, they can be a little bossy, but they're disrespectful with it. They don't care who they saying it to. They just talking to the side. No, 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 no. There's many people I have gotten together in my own way, not in front of everybody. You know, all that. I'm not like that. I'll get you together. I put you to the side. Come here. Let me talk to you. I put you to the side, and I will say it in the most respectful, loving way. Now, if that don't work, then that's when the other girl have to come out. That East
The other
Cleveland
one.
native in there.
She said the other girl have to come
Come
out.
out. But
She said
yeah, but
she
honestly, it's
in
all
there.
about respect, and the respect in this industry. This is how you last a long time in it. When I say that, I mean you respect others, of course, but the respect of really how you, like I said, how you carry yourself. I tell people all the time, do not come in this industry sleeping with these men. You
Oh,
cannot.
Lord, you cannot.
You cannot. If you
You
want
can't.
to build relationships in the city with these men, you cannot. It's better
Mhm.
for them to wonder than to have it. And you know, I'm just saying,
That's
a
facts.
lot of
That's
times.
that's facts. James know what I be going through, honey. He already
That's
know.
that's that's facts.
Um,
And yeah,
Yeah.
and because Kat and I
you,
have had that conversation.
Oh my God.
Lord, we done
And you
had that
beautiful.
conversation.
You listen to me. And you beautiful, you smart, you intelligent, you have a dope personality. You carry your own. So you have to understand that it's going to intimidate men and females.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's going to intimidate them,
Oh,
you know.
Lord.
But I've never heard anything where anybody say, "Oh, Cat was nasty or mean or this that." Like
Mhm.
I've never heard that. What I will say is, let me tell you something here. Okay, so you've been doing so good because we have quite a few cats in the industry, right? Right.
Mhm.
So now when I mention Cat and I say, "Oh, host, she hosts you," I don't have to go through all of your credentials anymore. It's okay, Queen. Quite, quite. Yeah, yeah, they know. So it's like, wow.
Oh
So
my
for real, like when I mention you, because the thing is, a lot of times I get a lot of calls for recommendations for all kinds of stuff,
God.
for hosting this or PR this. It's lots and lots of calls,
Mhm.
daily, all throughout the week. We're like, Nay, I'm about to have this event, or who you think would be best for this, and I'll be like, oh, so now, and I call people by name. I'll say their industry name, of course, depending on what it is they do. And when I say, well, Cat, and they be like my best friend is Catherine Danielle, the singer.
Oh, I
But
love her.
yes, so if I say Cat and I say, they ask me about somebody that hosts, and I'm like, okay, Queen, yeah, yeah. So it's like that's how it is now. So you've done well with building your brand, with staying positive, with also people trusting that you're going to show up to these
Mhm.
events, and things like that.
Mhm.
So you've been y'all. Let me listen.
Oh, you got me over here ready to cry, girl. Listen, I'm telling you, I really, when I started with James, I hit the ground running because,
Sure did.
I mean, but I've had a degree. I've done communication stuff off through high school, but like a lot of people don't know, I am a parent of a disabled child. I am an autism mom,
Wow.
and that has been my life. I had to put everything I was doing on hold, all my talents and dreams and everything, and raise my child. And now that I'm coming to the end, she getting a little ground,
Little Brown.
graduation in 2 months. Um, Mama gotta have a life too. So, so like literally when I came in, I told myself, like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm gonna take advantage of whatever connections. And I just, like Jane said, I genuinely love this. Like, you see how much I talk. I'm a yap 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 yap. So that's what I do. That's what my gift
Your
to gab.
vocal. Get the gas.
So it's amazing the people that I've met. It's been a lot of just good, and I credit that to you being one of the first people, and then you bringing people into my, like you said, Nate will send me paid jobs, y'all, not no paid positions. Ain't no little crackers. And certain people will be like, well, I'm not gonna, she do the same thing I do, and I'm not gonna, send her that way. And who is she? She thinks she's new, and
Yeah.
I have never got that from you, re-sire nobody, and it has just made really my dreams come true. Like this is things that I've wanted to do my whole life, and I had to put my responsibilities first. And
Yeah.
now I'm really giving it my all. So I'm excited about the Legend Awards, y'all.
Yes.
Listen, listen, last year I was interviewing people, y'all might see me on that stage, honey. Y'all might see me, little my little hosting thing up there. So
We got
get
some
y'all
announcements coming
tickets.
up.
Get y'all tickets. I'm
See,
telling y'all, Cat will
that's what
be
I'm
in.
talking about.
Cat will be in the building listening. I will be there with bells on if I gotta be. So when I say it has everybody, I cannot stress how transformative the awards are. And that is just a testament to you and everything you're doing. So that is just amazing. How does that feel to you that you are waymaker, a waymaker for other people? How does that make you feel?
I I don't know. I'm just
Do you know how important that is? Do you know how important you are to people?
Like,
Do you get
do
that?
you
Like, do you
realize
realize that?
the impact that you are making in other
um
other people's lives? Because I even think back to you talked about Captivate, and
yeah.
there was a moment where you asked me to come and speak, and I know you have to remember that when I got
Oh
up there
yeah.
speaking, and I was like I was nervous as shit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but I appreciate it though because it was something that started to get me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Mm,
I was in a zone of kind of being away and doing my own thing and not being out in people's faces
mhm,
and all that kind of stuff. And that can become a hindrance for you when you're
Yeah.
working
mm,
business and you're trying to do things. So
Yeah.
you having me come down there and speak, that was like to me, that was like the opening to, a lot
Yeah.
of what I'm able to do now. And it's just like you said that you had no intention of hosting or being on the radio. Neither did I. Like I
I
was
wanted my music on the radio.
yeah.
That's what I
But,
wanted.
right.
But when
But I'm
God
but
say
like
different, they say you tell God your
but like
plans
with
and make him
UGD,
laugh.
he
You know?
laughed.
yeah. But like with UGD, like I was out promoting the magazine. I had no intention of doing a show or anything. I went and did a show and they was like, damn, you really good on the radio. And I was like, nah, quit bullshitting with me. Like, stop playing. Like, and it just ended up turning into something.
Yeah.
So like, Kat was really posing the question, do you really recognize what it is that you're doing in people's lives? Because like you are changing people's lives for the better in ways that they never saw coming.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I just really don't because the thing is for me is just I'm just I just do what he tell me to do.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I've learned
mm,
to align myself with things that feel good. I put it that way. Since I was
mm.
a little kid, because most people don't know, I marched with Black on Black crime since I was 6 years old. So for
Oh
me, I've
wow.
always been a part of um, my gift alone has always been to give and to bring people together once again. So when I started with Black on Black crime when I was 6, I watched the news with my granny and I would see like back then the news would show bad things like how it does
Hmm.
now, but it was different then. They would show it periodically, things would happen, and I'd be looking at people do candle visits, and I told my grandma, I said I
Hmm.
want to go there, and she was a pastor too, so naturally she helped people too, so it's in the bloodline, it's in the family. And I was
Hmm.
like, I want to go help them, I'm like, I don't know what to do. But so when we joined them, the organization gave us a church home to Art McCoy gave us a home, like a building to actually have our church services there. And then it went from that to they had visuals and things like that for different people who were going through things in the city. And I was singing at those events. I was like a little 6-year-old kid singing gospel, and because I felt like my voice would heal. Because we all know music heals. So in my
Hmm.
head at 6 years old, I knew that my voice could help somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? So that was like that's probably pretty much like that's the beginning of my story, and it's been there my whole life. I literally do everything
Hmm.
genuinely, and I think of ways just to make one of the people that put myself to the side.
Yeah.
Like I'll be all right, but I want to see other people shine. I want to see people do great in life. So if I can help, if I have the resource, if I know somebody that can help, I'm gonna make sure that we bring people together to make it happen. So
That is
yeah,
your beauty.
That's amazing.
yeah.
Like that is
Can you
beauty.
talk about some of the charitable things that you do and some of the things that you do for like I know women empowerment is super important to you.
It is. I haven't done a lot of my women empowerment shows. Like I used to do that kind of stuff. It's more so I've been doing a lot of one on ones with people. It's been
Mm,
I go by like what the season tells me. If it feels like I should be doing this, I pull it this way, I pull it that way, and I've been kind of like pulling towards just the individuals, helping individually. So like I take a girl or a female or two under my wing, or and
mhm,
I'll help them out in a certain way where I'll see, I don't mean to critique them, But I'm gonna tell them, like, I keep it real with people, and they can expect my honesty, and I'm just genuine. I'm not judging at all. With me being the eldest of 8 sisters, listen, how can I not be a girl's girl? You know what I mean? So
oh goodness.
oh yeah. So
8
it's
sisters.
always
And
genuine.
see, I'm the youngest of 4. I thought I had it bad. Lord, let me just 8
Yeah,
sisters. Goodness, girl.
yeah.
How did you manage that? How did you even, because I know it was like you was just like the one everyone looked up to.
Well, yeah, I had that position, and then also being the eldest out of all the grandkids, like 43 grandkids. I'm the oldest out of all of the younger generations. So for me, it just always been, I had a lot of responsibility at a young age.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
there
okay.
we go.
I put the phone on D&D. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometime the calls come through. I knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
Sometime I'd be like, wait a minute.
How? That's not, that ain't cool now. That ain't
That ain't cool,
cool.
Apple.
I don't like that. I had to figure out that thing and did it myself without my kids. But
That's how it be. And people don't ever want to
yeah,
call James until we get on the show. Then
I'm
he
trying to
become
tell you.
Mr. Popularity.
I'm trying to
yeah,
tell you. Girl, I be
yeah.
posting all day long, and my mother will call me 5 minutes after we go live. Like, really? Really? And she doing that because she done called a couple times. I just have caught it before it flipped because I keep mine on DND too, but for
Yes.
whatever reason, sometimes the calls will still come through.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but to finish answer your question, like I said, I've been doing a lot of one-on-ones, and this year
Mm-hmm.
my mission, and also most of last year too, I did a lot of supporting. I want to support more this year. So people,
Mm-hmm.
from fashion shows to other events, females are having, the industry women who are having events. I'm just going to everything. That's my plan for 2026, and I'm doing that because I've had so many people support me. There's been so much support in the last 3 or 4 years that it's you gotta get back. You gotta get back. And nothing like you getting called and saying, "Hey, now you got VIP or you this that," and then I'm like, "Oh, I can't make it," and I try not to say no, but I said this year, 2026, I'm not giving out no's unless it's got to be serious. Like after this award show, it's all about my son for graduation. So what I mean, people will get a couple no's. You know what I mean, but other than
Oh, them
that, yeah.
kids. Them kids graduating this year, ain't they, honey?
No,
Yes.
yeah. Wait,
Yes.
this is my last one. Okay, all the rest of them already grown. So
Oh, see, and this is my only one. So my baby, honey, I can't wait. Somebody say you got kids? No. No, I do not.
you see your empty nester.
Empty nester, honey, girl. I don't know who that girl is, baby.
You know,
She's a grown up. That's some kind of adult over there. I don't know who she is.
adulting. The thing is, I think James, your son's 18, ain't he?
He is 19. He'll be actually
19.
19.
he'll be 20
So
this year.
yeah, we don't listen. Let me tell you something. You excited right now, but listen, it's a whole different level of parenting.
It
Parenting
is.
adult children is different. It's
It is.
still, it don't go away, honey.
I
Ooh,
just cried to my mama this morning. It don't at any age. It don't matter.
it
They still
don't
are
go
babies. I'm
nowhere.
still my mama baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just so excited for the show. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. And the performances were banging. When I
Yeah.
say like we got to hear some music before it was released,
Yeah.
we got to see some big names. We got to see some people from all over.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. And then you had some people on the red carpet. I know we had niche, the chicken salad.
Yes.
That's my listen. That's my girl right there. That's another one that ever since I
Yeah.
met her, she's been super
Oh,
supportive, super
yeah.
positive. Will do what like if I need her to do anything or she would see me doing something. I really love her, and
Yeah.
she's been putting on for the city. And people they've been biting my girl. When I say they've been taking bites of that chicken salad, honey, because everybody talking about what's the song they said y'all better come get you one of these. I know y'all ain't using my girl's sayings and they
No,
getting
no,
her
no, no,
points.
no, no. You got to remember. No, she everything for her is copywritten. And that
Mhm.
song where they're saying, you talking about the LMA song, right?
No, I know that was, but people
Oh,
were
okay.
a lot of other people. She was saying how people be stealing her stuff and set
Oh,
using it and not crediting. And I mean, sometimes when stuff goes mega viral, you might not know who said it or where you got it from. So
yeah.
it's like I done seen some Mormon wives on TikTok talking about a chicken salad. So it's she's everywhere, and it
The impact is
listen.
amazing.
Before I even met her, every single time I eat a chicken salad, I have to.
Yeah.
I gotta. Yes, bell peppers. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And so that just really shows what kind of talent and that Cleveland has. It's
Yeah.
organic. It's
Yeah.
super organic.
What y'all think about Rara? You know what I'm talking about? The girl Rara from Cleveland. She's mega viral right now.
Rah rah. I'm
She
like,
do the she
listen.
do the whole thing where she hold her hand like this. She's like, and
Okay.
you think you're so fucking yes than me. And she do this. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
know you talking about now.
Yeah,
I
she from
didn't know
I
the
do.
Cleveland. She
name.
right here. She on the
Really?
bars. Yes, and she been listen. When I say been blowing up,
Yeah.
Oh
blowing
my
up. Yes,
gosh. Yeah, we gonna
yes,
get
Yeah,
her. We
she's
yes.
gonna
doing her thing. When you did that, I'm like, okay, I know who she's
Yeah, she
talking
got.
as
about.
soon as that's what I was saying.
Yeah, she been. Listen, I'm talking about my girl getting bookings, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I
bookings.
don't know.
I know
You
that's
might
right.
even see her. You might
Yeah.
see her real soon.
Ooh, might get a little, that little
Yeah,
stance be killing me though. The little,
yeah.
you be having the hand on the hip, honey. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so funny. So it's like, it's so many different acts and people that come that are out of Cleveland. Who are some of your favorite artists that you've worked with?
Okay, so my favorite that I'll say right now that I'm working with, and it's been I'm working with him is No Love China. He's hip hop, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
hip hop, and he's very dear to my heart. A very kind person. It's just a lot of controversy sometimes, but the boy is so talented, so gifted, and just an amazing person. He performed
Mm,
last year. He was in and out, but we might dub that back.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember you doing a duet with Artinka. You guys had did at the wine and R&B. Y'all
Yeah,
had did listen, boy, I'm a rowdy chick. Sometimes
yeah,
I have to fight because my mouth too slick. When
yeah.
I say y'all was killing it, I'm like, shoot, welcome back, Brandy and Monica, because y'all
Yes,
about to
yes,
listen, y'all about to
yes.
take over. I really liked how you guys blended your voice, and I think that because you always say you've done music and I think people underestimate just how beautiful your voice is.
Oh,
That
thank
was my first time hearing you sing and hear you sing live. And it
you.
was like a little treat. We didn't even know it was gonna happen. I'm enjoying my little, wine and
Yeah, one
R&B free wine all night, y'all. Don't forget that. When you get your
that part.
tickets, free wine.
April
You ain't gotta worry
17th.
about nothing. April 17th going down. Cat will be in the building, drinking,
Yes.
sipping on something.
Uh,
Okay. But yeah, I'm sitting there drinking my wine and I just see y'all come on. I say, oh shoot, hold on. I didn't have
yeah.
enough glasses tonight, baby. I'm so gone.
You know
I'm
what?
ready.
Artika is another artist who is very dear to my heart.
Mhm.
We had never worked with each other all these years, and I had been hearing about her, and I had
Mm.
hosted Stop the Violence show for Flamin' D, and that's when we met in person, but we didn't get to really talk. And then
Mm.
I told you like opportunities to come my way, and I'm like, I don't really want to do this, and I think it's somebody I feel like is ready for it. So a new bar had opened up, and they had it was very nice stage, great sound system. I did their grand opening for him. I hosted it, and he was like, "Well, how about you have a R&B show here every month?" And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I ain't want to commit. And so I called her and Tika. I said, listen, you have so many artists that's working with you. You're doing a lot of writing. She's amazing with that pen. People don't
Mm.
realize how much she writes for people. And I told her, I said, well, how about, I'll host, but, it could be your show. Get some money in your pocket. And that way I ain't got to do it all the time. I don't want to, but, because I don't always want to. I'll be busy. So she was and she was like, okay, I'm down. And I'm like, okay, because I know you ain't gonna embarrass me in front of these people. You gonna be on there. And when I say she took off with it, took off with the show. Amazing show. And then we just became like sisters. It was like overnight, and her gift is amazing. And that's our go-to song. It's so funny that you remember that because that's our song. Like literally when she in the building, she always say, let's do our song. Like, all right, I'm about to do our song. And a lot of time with Ryan and RB, a lot of the artists don't realize that actually I can sing. So when certain stuff come on and now we've actually upgraded it since the last year. Like we came into the new year, we changed so like quite a bit of the show. We focus more on the karaoke side of things. It's different. It's different. So on the 17th, you will be in for a surprise. It's much different. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I definitely have stepped in as guest host, and I
Oh
had a
yes.
great time. And
Yes.
listen, when I say, because I'll be singing on my, I can't sing like that. I can hold a tune. I can't sing. I can, what they say, I can sing. I can sing. I can, I can, me. I could be in a
Right.
choir, but I ain't know. So I'll be telling the DJ, make sure you got that track playing in the back. Don't now
Yeah.
when I start singing, don't get them playing, pressing mute. Don't
We
get
ain't
them
gonna judge
pressing
you,
mute.
girl. Mm-hmm. No.
Artika was singing something one day, and I was backing her up, and she was looking around. She
Like
turned
who
around
was
like,
that? You funny.
Now she could sing and hold the note. If she was not on this podcast, singing to Dondria.
"Listen, I'm telling you, that's one thing I always wanted to be a singer. Like my mom is always was a singer, and I was four girls, so you would think one of us would come out blowing like Beyonce, but unfortunately, that's not the
Nobody?
case. No, baby, baby,
Listen.
we used to sound like a bag of cats, baby, fighting. Okay, we was
Really?
not. Yes, we
You know
did
what's
not
so
sing.
funny is my entire whole family sings. Everybody.
Really?
Even the
Yeah,
little
I don't.
kids. Like it's just, I mean, usually it's like something that the family does. That's funny.
Mm.
But you know what? God gave you so many other gifts. It's
Well,
okay.
see, we have
Sometimes
so many.
yeah.
Like we've been in like performing arts schools our whole life and things
Yeah.
like that. Like my sister is a professional dancer and actress. Like she,
Yeah.
and I was listening right in the background, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I'm
Mhm.
and I'm in the count.
Yeah.
But I always like if somebody say wake up tomorrow, you could do your dream job and you'll be the best at it, baby. I'll be a singer. But
You
unfortunately,
be a
God only gave me, honey. He didn't give me Beyonce. He gave me a little, a little Shanti, maybe a little, little, little Janae Aiko. A little Janet. Turn it down a little
Oh,
bit.
snap.
Turn the
oh,
volume. Turn the music up. Turn the vocals down a little bit.
oh.
But that just because I can't sing don't mean I won't. So I'm gonna be singing stuff. But I be up on stage, girl, acting a fool. And do you know how many people at the end of the show be like, "You have such a beautiful voice."
Yeah.
I be like, "Girl, you done had enough of that wine. Go on and get home safe." And
Well, he gave you a voice. He gave you a gift to gab, and he gave and you're very intelligent.
thank
So
you. But
it's
yeah,
it's,
no,
it's
it's just
so
something
many
that
gifts
it's
to
fun.
have.
Yeah, yeah. Look, he couldn't give me everything. He couldn't because I went. I already don't know how to act. So, honey, it'd have been 1,000 times worse. I'd have been up there. Whoa, y'all have been. Whoa, I'm telling y'all, he knew not to play with me.
Lord help us.
I
I'll
think
leave that to y'all. I'll leave that to you. All my songstresses, Kat, Artinka, Charity, guys. Charity Ivana is
Ooh,
working on new music, guys. This is not a drill. And when you said that you were supporting people don't understand. Sometimes you have to take some time off and support other people. That may be the networking. That may be the job you're doing right now.
mhm.
Charity had took off, I want to say maybe a year
Yeah,
after creating music to really go to events and network and
yeah,
do those things. She's one of the people that really have shown me the ropes in this industry.
mhm,
And she's another one that sends jobs my way and sends
yeah,
opportunities my way. But she said sometime when you really first come in, you need to be going these events. You need to be meeting people. You need to get your
yeah.
face out there.
You
And
do.
that is super, that can be just as important as everything else that you're doing.
Yes, it is. Yep, pretty
So
much.
do you have any after so what's going on after the Legend Award? What's up next for you for the rest of the year? What do you have that you're working on?
So, the rest of the year, because we came in, we're doing the award show pretty much. Was that the first quarter, or like a little bit of the second, going into the second quarter, pretty much, kind of like. So I told everyone, I'm like, I have a free third and fourth quarter. What are we doing? So, up, people, it's been one of my good friends, Mo. She wants to do a podcast, and I'm like, the problem with me is this: Nazy likes to be busy. And I like to have my hands in a lot of things, but I don't like commitment. Everyone
Mm.
knows that. Okay. I,
Well, 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 well,
I,
listen. Someone said here at UG Digital, we're coming up with a podcast package for people that want to be lazy, that just want to get on there and do their podcast and whenever they want to do it. So I'm gonna let
that's
you
good
know
for
because this
me.
is something that we're gonna be announcing soon. Because I know it's a lot of people that want to get on the podcast. I want to talk my ish and I
Yeah.
want to go home.
Yes.
I don't want to do all that. So you
Yes.
guys not learn. This is another. We got a lot of exclusives tonight. This is
Yeah.
an exclusive that we will be opening up our business to other podcasters and different people
Yes.
that want to get into the podcast industry but may not know where to go and may not essentially want to do all the work and the behind the scenes things. So
Yes.
Yeah.
we will be announcing some different packages that will be available if that's something that people are interested in. So definitely keep that in mind because I know a lot of
Yes.
people are interested in what you have to say.
And then you and I will connect again. You and I will connect again just on the podcasting tip because
Okay.
I have a few platforms that I'm launching. One in particular,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to do some casting.
Cast up and open
And
casting
we can talk
call.
on we
Yeah.
can talk on the outside or on the other side just in regards to what it is, but it's something that's going to be like really really huge. So I'm working
Okay.
like I want to do a casting potential possibly nationwide, but
Okay.
it would be
Mhm.
really good to have some people from here in Cleveland though.
Involved.
You know,
Okay.
obviously it's going to
Mhm.
be a virtual thing because our whole company is set up to be able to do this virtually and be at home and be somewhere else, but this is going to be a big thing, like a
Yeah.
5 day a week thing, a
Yeah.
paid opportunity for people, and
Mhm.
we'll talk some more.
Okay.
But
Well,
I think
I
this could be
mean,
a really good thing.
'cause, I mean, y'all setup is amazing. I'm sitting here like I'm on CNN. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, you know how
Listen,
easy it
listen
was.
here.
You know how easy this was. Listen, now, James. You know we've been having them Zoom things going on, and
Yeah,
it's so difficult for me. But this was like I put my name. I can spell my own name good. Boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom, and I was like, oh, and that was it. And it was like, boom, come on, it's clear. You can see
right,
everything, and it'll make you look blurry. Yeah,
right.
I like this.
Listen, the
Thank you.
pandemic turned out to be a beautiful thing. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there was a lot, of down to it, and some bad side to it, but
Mhm.
a lot of good things came out of that though.
Yeah.
Just in terms of people figuring out ways to do things on their own. And I spent a lot of time trying to get people to do Zooms and whatnot, and they didn't want to do them. And then, of course, once the
Mhm.
pandemic got here, it was like, let's do a Zoom. So
Right.
it
Mhm.
worked, and it just goes to show, and it proves that you don't have to be in nobody's studio sitting. So, like you could be sitting right, you could,
Mhm.
build out your own studio somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Sounds
Um,
about right.
You're right about that.
Yes.
So, how can people purchase their tickets to the Legend Awards and to Wine and R&B?
Okay, so wine and R&B, you would go to the wine. It's just spelled exactly what it sounds like. Wine and R&B. Or it's at wine and R&B for Instagram, and then also you can purchase the Legend Award tickets on the actual Legend Awards website, and also the link is on the bio of the IG as well for the Legend Awards. But I don't know if ticket sales haven't started yet. I don't believe, but
Okay.
I haven't talked to him yet. I mean, knowing him, he might even have them up. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll have to
Okay.
ask. But I don't think so. But I would ask him. I would think now would be probably the best time to start
Mhm.
getting them going. But who knows? Saya works hard. He works in silence. I have to ask questions.
Mhm.
yeah.
He does. He
I,
does.
No, he
He'll
does. He
tell me.
does.
He'll tell me, "Nay, you might not hear from me for a few days." So, like, close to the award show, we all try to at least talk daily or communicate daily, whether it's via text, whichever, to communicate on progress. What you got going on? What you do today? What you got? So we all can keep up with each other. So yeah, I think that he might even have him on there. Don't quote me, honey. Let me check. I'll
Yeah.
look
So
later.
we anybody looking to get tickets, just know we will be posting all about it. So as soon as it's available, as soon as we know, you guys will know. And then also when you go on like Eventbrite, you can always search wine and R&B and stuff. People gotta
Yes,
remember if all those fails, honey, use them y'all be
type
using
it
them
on in there.
Twitter fingers,
Yeah,
get on
yeah,
Eventbrite and
yes,
search up these things. But we will keep you guys posted on
yes.
when and where to get the tickets.
Yeah, so for wine and RB, I always tell people to get them early because sometimes we sell out, and when they gone,
They
and that door
gone.
is expensive. So I always tell people to go ahead
It's
and
early bird tickets. Listen, I'm telling you, you can
yeah.
get in. And then I know you guys, listen, I've been to a lot of events late as of late. Them drinks get to 20, 40, 60, $80.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot beat this event. You're
Nope.
in a safe space. Safe space.
Yeah.
Security ain't playing. Security ain't letting none of them shoot them up guys up in there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you.
Nope.
I
Nope.
I be hosting. They stop me at the door if I'm getting checked. They don't care.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
Like
too.
I don't care who or what. And that's
Yeah.
why I really like to go to events like that. I have stopped, slowed down on the clubbing and
Mm-hmm.
going somewhere safe where
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be, have a good time. You're
Yeah.
gonna be getting the free wine all night.
And you're gonna make it
And
home.
you're gonna make it home, and most importantly, you're
Yeah.
gonna make it home. I've been
Yeah.
to multiple wine and R&Bs. I've been to Legend Awards. I haven't had one issue, and that's why I like working with people that are on this upper echelon, that are on the business tip of really making their money and doing these events and coming home. And
Yeah.
I know that's important to you, especially with your work with Stop the Violence. I know that's something that's important. And I even talked to Saya about that. Saya, like, as soon as there's an issue, we're getting it. We don't like that. We're y'all out of here. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I said, I never had an issue. I'd be like, oh, I had a great night.
Mhm.
I had a wonderful time.
Right.
So listen, guys, wine and R&B, Legend Awards. Cat will be in the building. So if you want to part, I know all y'all been, Cat, where you gonna be? What's the
Yeah.
mood? What's going on? It's getting hot outside. I told y'all where I'm gonna be this month. So for sure, be there or be what? Square.
Yeah.
Because
For sure.
you a square if you ain't there.
If you ain't there, and I'm gonna be there because I'm coming outside.
Period.
Hey,
Period. Period.
Support.
outside.
Support. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We
Yes.
so appreciate you for coming on and spending all this time
Always.
with us.
Yes. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful,
Absolutely.
and I'm just excited to see what else is next for y'all. I'm just when y'all make it and y'all do good, I feel so good inside. So just keep doing good, and it makes me happy.
Thank you so much. Any last words or anything?
Well, I just want to see everybody there dressed to impress. Of course, all of our staff, all of we know we all wearing the gold and black. Those are the colors for the Legends Awards. So I just want to see everybody. I can't wait to see everybody there. I just can't wait for the show to happen. I mean, some people be stressed about it and go crazy, but for me, I'm not really stressed about it. I'm just more excited than anything.
Yeah.
I just want to see people, do their thing and be happy and share their gifts, with everybody. And I just can't wait to see
It's gonna
everybody.
be an amazing time.
Mhm.
It's gonna be an
Yeah.
amazing time. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming on.
Yes.
And anytime you want to be here, you can.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all
Always.
so much. Y'all look beautiful.
Thank you,
Oh,
Navy.
you too. Thank you.
Thank
Love you so
you.
much.
All right, you have a good night,
I
Navy.
can't do that. Oh wait. What you doing? Yeah.
See, this the new one. I do the old one. I do the old school one. This the one the
Yeah.
kids be doing. Yeah. I say y'all over here throwing up gang signs. I ain't
See,
about
my
that.
daughters,
Right, right.
they be like, Mom, just don't.
Just don't even try it.
So I
Oh, funny.
just love you.
And your social media. Shout out your
Oh yeah,
social media
yes.
so everyone knows where to follow you.
Yes, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram. Most of my Instagram is what everybody reaches me at, or you can reach me via email. But my social media is NAZZIE_NAE. So it's just Nazy Nay, just what it looks like. And that's on IG and Facebook. You can also reach me via email at independentbosschicks, all one word, at gmail.com. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you,
You're
thank you, thank
welcome.
you.
All right. All right. Have a blessed night,
You
y'all.
have a good night.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, y'all.
Oh,
Listen, Nazy is beautiful. It was so
I
good
love
to
her.
have her. Um, yeah. Listen, it's about time to get into some of these topics. I need to.
James, I think it's cold outside. Some may say it's getting a little chilly. It's
It
getting a little
is.
chilly today.
Give me 1 second. I ain't even
Ooh.
gonna take my video down. Talk to the fans.
Talk
I'll
to
be
the
there.
people. Y'all, it's getting a little chilly outside. And by chilly, I ain't talking about the temperature. We talking about TLC, y'all. Crazy, sexy, cool, chilly. Chile has recently been outed as possibly a Trump supporter, MAGA supporter, and it has whole social media abuzz, especially because she just announced her tour with Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper and TLC. They'll be at the Blossom Center sometime this year. I have to check the dates. I did want to go. Let me know down in the comments. Did y'all want to go to that show? Are y'all feeling TLC and Salt and Pepper? I think that it would have been a really, really good show, but I don't know if I want to support anymore. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have a lot of feelings when it comes to the MAGA people and the people that are conservative and Republican, especially as Black people. I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, I don't like giving my money to people that are not in alignment with me and what I feel and what I do and who I am. But also I know that there are a lot of MAGA and Trump supporters that we still support to this day. No one says anything to Snoop, Nelly, Lil Wayne. There's a lot of Trump supporters, but it seems like whenever a woman Trump supporter comes out, they're getting the worst of it. We've seen it with Nicki Minaj. We've seen it with Chrisette Michelle. So it'll be interesting to see if Chili can really ride this wave. A lot of people were planning on going to the concert, but I haven't heard about anybody. I mean, I've seen people actually canceling tickets. So it's going to be interesting. I know a lot of people don't really like to go to TLC shows anymore because Left Eye is no longer with us, but they had a lot of buzz. They had an Apple commercial. They were heavily promoted on TikTok. So with all this a buzz, are you guys still going to get tickets, and do you feel any kind of way about Chili knowingly, or what she is alleging unknowingly supporting Donald Trump?
So, woo. Let me tell you something. I am beyond disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Number one, I'm disappointed because I used to be in love with her. I really did.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed because and let me be clear, it's not about trying to tell people who they have to vote for and all that kind of stuff. I just hate the way that it was handled. I do believe that if that's who you chose to vote for, you should be able to stand in that shit. And
that part, I really hate
like she's a horrible ass liar. She's a horrible ass liar.
She didn't know, James. She didn't know.
For you to, and we're gonna get to that. But for you to post that you are not MAGA, but you voted for him. And none of that stuff even had to come out had she not posted, the stupid shit about
Michelle. But she's
Obama.
claimed she accidentally.
But this is the thing, that anybody who is on any form of social media is very clear that the algorithm works a certain way.
And so it shows you what you're interacting with.
Up on your timeline, unless that is the type of shit that you are following. And that's the type of shit that you're looking up. That shit ain't just pop up on her timeline out the fucking blue. That's the kind of shit that she pulling up and that she looking up or whatever. So that's her. And that's fine.
And especially that's really how X and Instagram, they really are. When you're MAGA, they will show you that stuff. Like one time I had accidentally, I think I had looked up hashtag Trump or something. Next thing you know, it was like sending me stuff. I'm like, not interested. Like, so it just shows like what kind of content are you viewing?
Right.
If this is what
kind of content
coming across your screen.
Right. That's the kind of content that she is regularly viewing. And then before she was able to unfollow them very quickly, she was following Trump Jr., Don Trump Jr., and she was following Tommy Lauren. And like this is her. And that's fine. I'm just saying, stand in that shit. Don't try to get on here now talking about, oh, it was an accident and I had no clue that it happened and I am just all about, like, you are full of shit and you a horrible ass liar. And
I just hate the secrecy. For one, I hate the secrecy that all these Trump supporters, especially Black Trump supporters, are. Like, then two, when they get found out, they want to start backtracking. She's
backtracking because a majority of her fan base is Black women. The people who are being lambasted and like.
And the thing is, had they not said anything or reacted that way, she wouldn't have not saw anything wrong with her actions. And that's what really, I
Absolutely.
hate the fake apologies. I hate the no accountability.
Yeah.
And it just like, and then when they get found out, then they get to unfollowing, then they get to,
Yeah.
distancing themselves. But I'm the type of person stand on it, because the thing about it is, even though, like I said, we got Snoop and Nelly and all these people that are Trump supporters, they stand on that. Nelly told Shanti, I'm performing there, and that's it. I don't give a dang how you feel.
Right.
And it's like, why can they do it and stand there with their cojones, but it seemed like the women be, oh, I didn't really mean to. Like, yes, you did. You knew what you was doing. You grown. And
Right.
then it's the thing. She's talking about, well, I didn't know that I donated and I didn't read and this and that. Didn't y'all learn the first time about
I
reading
was I was I was gonna
contracts?
I was gonna say. I mean, she has a history of not reading. I mean, clearly,
Didn't
but
didn't Pebbles get over on y'all giving y'all 3 RAV4s and not no money, and talking about you owe them money for the RAV4s that y'all bought out of y'all own money?
right.
Then you get enough about not reading and not worried about your finances, and yet again you're telling me that you made the same mistake that you made, that they put in your biopic movie,
Yeah.
that they had little mama, Drew Sidora, and who else was on there?
Uh,
um
that was Kiki
Dang,
Palmer, was
Kiki
it?
Palmer.
Yeah.
You got Kiki Palmer showing people that how you wasn't reading contracts and back in the day in the 80s and 90s. Why did that why the hell would you so called not be? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think it's a cop out. I think it's a cop
Absolutely.
out. I think she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I know her. It sucks because it literally came on the cusp of them announcing that concert.
Hmm.
Like, they had billion-dollar $1 million advertisements and different things going into with them and Salt and Pepper, and they're doing this whole thing,
Yeah.
and here you go,
And then
blowing it
Salt
all up.
and then Salt spoke out on it, and I was just like, oh, so now you come to her defense, but we ain't even gonna talk about how y'all played Spinderella. And
And I still don't like how they did spend all these years.
yeah,
I don't know
and
why
and
y'all
and,
keep acting
and
like
yes,
she in there and
Spin
she
has
not in
chosen to
there.
move on, but I'm just saying, people like to get.
They never gave Spin the credit and the shine she deserved. Like,
Absolutely.
that's clear as anybody that's a Salt and Pepper fan. I
So
thought she was the end. I thought
so
the end was for Spinderella. I thought
yeah.
she was in there, but y'all act like she ain't in there.
So
Um
what do you think should happen moving forward?
um I think that honestly, if coming from a PR point of view, anything she says or does right now is not going to help. There's
Right.
nothing really that she can do, because most of us are at a place where y'all voted for him and y'all put him in office, and this is the reason why we're going to war and all these things are. So it's nothing you can do to undo that, because you can't
Right.
go back in time and unvote for him or whatever. If I was her PR, I would honestly, I would let it die down and I would do a good job at the concert. I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't. She already people didn't say what they said. She done already gave her excuses, but I just feel like she's not really accountable. She doesn't care for
Yeah.
real, and she doesn't think she's wrong. So there's when it's people like that, I respect people that stand on it more than I respect somebody trying to. Well, I didn't
That's
know,
my
and
part.
no, 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 no. But she's not gonna change how she feel, and
Yeah, I
she's
mean
not gonna
it's still
change her norm. So
yeah.
I would, like I said, if I was part of her team, I would just say, just silence is golden. Let people forget about it. So the next story is gonna come, and
Yeah.
hopefully what I would do is I would do some bomb stunts and things at the first couple concerts, so that footage could get out and people could kind of forget about, which I don't think people are, because I saw people on TikTok um on the phone with their banks disputing the charges for their ticket
Yeah.
sales for the
Yeah.
concert already.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
didn't see
just think
multiple
that
black women calling up there to their bank and canceling, because so many people were excited for this. I was excited. They're gonna be at Blossom in September. I
yeah, I
dang
mean
sure thought we was about to be at the show, James.
I think that there at this at this point there's no way for the show to not be affected. Um, as I said, I think that she's full of shit. I think she's a horrible ass liar. Um, I'm not going to the show, and keeping it funky with you. I did plan on going.
Oh, dang,
And
man.
Bone is here the day before, so I guess I'm going to the Bone concert because I had already said that. Okay, I'm not going to go to the Bone concert. I'm going to go to the but now
I literally wanted to go so bad. Like
I think
I
that
love TLC and I love Salt and Pepper. Like it sucks
yeah,
when things are a group project and one person mess it up for you. It's like it's
yeah.
not fair. It's not fair to everybody else, but
I just and then it didn't help. She put that tweet out and she's like, "Oh, I'm not MAGA," and blah 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 blah. And then it didn't help that the audio came up of T-Boz doing the interview saying, "Yeah, my band member voted for him." That was just like the killer. Like
that
that
was the killer right
to
there.
me, that was the killer. I think TLC should come off of it. I think they should pull TLC off of the tour and
They should
add
replace them.
SWV or add Total or something, or add both of them.
Yeah,
Do something. Like,
they would have to
and I've
there
been
would have
hearing
to
that
be.
going around. Like people have been suggesting, oh well, hell, add SWV to it or what.
Hmm.
I just think that I think it's regardless of what's done, is going to be negatively impacted. But I do think that ticket sales are going to be lower if they remain on
Hmm.
the show. I mean,
Mm.
obviously, it's no denying you have people who don't give a fuck. I mean, think of all the people who don't vote. So, I mean, there's people who really don't give a fuck. They
Mm.
still want to support them. And then you have a lot of people who are not going to support it now because I, for one, don't want to put my money into something that I know is going back to support him. And that's just me. And that's not saying that everybody else had to move like that. But I just think
Would you go to a Nelly concert?
absolutely not.
Would you go to a Snoop concert?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
I ain't putting no money in none of their pockets. Now I have
Drop it like it's hot.
now
Drop it like
I'm
it's
I'm
hot.
I'm doing
I
I'm
don't know
doing
about that
I'm doing bad enough to still play the music because I'm like I was because listen, I almost and it's bad. Like I turned on the radio today and Sam Sooke was on and they played Creep and I was just like I had to turn the station like yeah I can't do it. But it's hard
I
because
really
like
love TLC. I
it's
love, and the
hard
thing
because
is,
I'm like playing Nicki Minaj, and I'm
I'm
like,
telling you, I be
but my thing
red
is,
ruby the sleeves. Let
I
me
ain't gonna
turn
put
this down a little
I'm not
bit.
putting no more money in their pockets. Absolutely not. Now
Yeah.
I might still play the music that I have, but I'm not putting no
See, I
more money
don't
in their
know.
pockets.
I
And
don't know,
Snoop,
cause I
and it's just
might.
like with Snoop. I still be playing some of his that
Hmm.
obviously that I have already. I ain't putting no more money in their pocket. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
don't know,
unfortunate,
cause I'm
and it's unfortunate, but to me, I'm just like it's hard because once upon a time, people could have their own political affiliations and all of that kind of stuff, and it just was what it was. But now we are
well,
in
we have such an inflammatory,
yeah
ridiculous president that his his mindset and lack thereof, actable actual cognition. Like he's so
yeah
stupid, and that when people vote for him or people support him, it makes me question your brain and your mentality. And because he's just so ridiculous that before it'd be like, okay, I could understand maybe a George Bush or George Bush Senior, or I could
yeah
understand Mitt Romney. I could understand those, but Trump is just so ridiculous. And we saw how the country went downhill the first time. So it really just it makes you question people, I think, just because of how horrible of a president in person he is, that it just really made me look at people differently. Like I remember watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and them talking about Uncle Phil was a Republican and Carlton was a Republican. And I was just like, wow. But why wouldn't I think that? And I just said, oh, okay. I didn't think nothing of it.
right
The word Republican, everything has changed. The Make America Great Again hats, the March riots, and the grab them by the pussy and they eating cats and dogs, and it just he say so much asinine shit that it'd be like, how the hell are you you must be brain dead if you supporting this, because he's so
Yeah, it's
it just I don't understand. But the thing about me is, I always say I support women's rights and wrongs. Hey, I don't play fair. I don't play fair. So I do feel like women get a bad rap for women paid worse for the same crime.
yeah,
Chrisette Michelle ain't been on the same level ever since that.
absolutely,
She
absolutely.
never has. She always has that asterisk, which if you ask somebody Lil Wayne, that you could talk to somebody about Lil Wayne for an hour before they even bring up Trump. Pardoned him to get out of prison.
Yeah,
This ain't no just, oh, he liked Trump or whatever. He has a close enough relationship with him and his team that he got pardoned and got released. And you know,
yeah,
NBA YoungBoy got pardoned. Like, these are people that, do you know how many people I know, especially the ratchets, they love YoungBoy.
yeah,
His concerts are sold out. Every concert is sold out. So it, for me, I am just like, I really hate to condemn these women for doing the same crime that I know the men aren't paying for. So I'm
yeah.
on the fence
I
with
get it.
it.
I get it. I get it.
I'm on a fence with it because I hate it. And I'm a type of person where I do try to separate the art from the artist in a
It's
lot of
it's
things.
it's getting more difficult
But
to do
some,
that.
that's what
Yeah,
I was gonna say. At some instances, you can't. And I always tell people, do what feels right in your spirit.
yeah,
Do what feels right in your spirit, because I have a lot of happy memories to R. Kelly music. I was a 90s kid. Hell, we sung I Believe I Could Fly at my kindergarten graduation. Like, so sometimes I can listen to him and I don't think about, a lot of that stuff. Now every time I listen and I hear Diddy on the track in the back of the stuff, sometimes it make me feel weird. I'm like, damn, Suge Knight did say you be on the back of the track dancing and carrying on. Maybe he was right. Because I can't even listen to 112 without Bad Boy. I'm like,
you're right.
Daniel, Diddy, dang.
Yeah,
You done messed up my mood. So I'm a firm believer in doing what's right for you and what's right in your heart. Because baby, I'm having the hardest time coming up off Nicki Minaj. I'm having the
yeah,
hardest time. And so that's why I'm
yeah.
trying to afford certain people grace, because if you don't stream media from people that don't like you or don't agree with you, or hell, or even racist, we wouldn't be watching nothing on the air.
You're
Do
right.
you know how
You're right. You're
racist
right. You're right.
these white directors and producers, I mean, even the people, these are the people that are voting in the Oscars and things like that, and we see how they treat the stars and the people that were undeniable. Sinners was undeniable, yet they still were denied in a lot of ways. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like, I know, and especially working in this entertainment field, having family and friends that work in the entertainment field, it's so many racists.
yeah,
They will literally put the casting to say ugly black girl, nappy headed black girl will be the casting call.
yeah,
Like, it's so many. So you do have to kind of use your discernment. That's all I would say. Use your discernment how you feel. Now that concert, James, I ain't gonna pre-order nothing, but if I ain't got nothing to do that day, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might. You said September? Maybe by September she'll, change her
I have.
ways.
I halfway do want to see how she maneuvered. I
I
halfway
do
do want
want
to
to
see how she
see.
maneuvered.
She better get to doing flips and all the stuff she used to do back in the day. I want to see 90s chili. You better pull out you better, James, look, I want to see this on point. Do, do, do. You better have these on. I need 20 of these before you leave that stage. Okay.
You said I need 20 of these.
I need you and T-Boss to melt down into water live on stage like the waterfall video. You
I
gotta pull
can't
out
stand.
something. You
I
gotta
can't
pull
stand you. I really can't. I cannot
she gotta
stand you.
pull out something. That's what I said. If I was her PR, that's what I would do. I would do some unbelievable stunts. I would the first concerts, I would literally have them performing under a waterfall. I
I
would
can't stand
literally
you.
would, like, you see what I'm saying? I would do some antics that are undeniable, that where people say, I gotta see the show. F what's she talking about? If they can do that, I don't think they are. I think they're going to do, like you said, I think they're going to pull them. I think they're either going to pull them or they're going to ignore it completely and just go on with the show, which I think they need to do like Cardi B's tour. sold out every show, because we're seeing the live footage of what she's doing and how she's interacting. She's bringing so much energy to these shows that it's literally undeniable. So I think that they need to take a page out of her book. And I would do a whole I might get a left eye hologram. I might do they should really do a where they put her on the jumbotron behind them. They should have it to where it looked like, and they should do the little waterfall with her in the middle. Like, do some things that people be like, wow, do some wow things, because this ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah, it's not. It absolutely is not. So, no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So let's go from Chili to her ex paramour, Usher baby. I miss that word, paramour. I'm gonna start calling people that more. They're gonna say, that's your man. No, that's just my paramour.
Oh.
But Usher, just stop talking. Just shut the hell up. We didn't ask you to say nothing. Usher has come out and said that he is in support of Diddy, and that he's
I was going to say, what did Usher do? What You're right. He did.
Mm-hmm. So Usher has come out and said that, when Diddy gets out, he's ready with open arms to support him. He said, he's paying for his crimes. He was not found guilty of all these other things. And that's what's really making me mad, because just because someone is not found guilty don't mean they didn't do it.
Right.
And we've seen so much of the stuff that he did and that he got away with.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just cannot believe that I can't believe it, but it just is so it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. And Usher has come back from so many scandals that I think it's unwise for him to place himself into this on his own. Like, nobody asked you. You just came out with this. Like, that's crazy.
I think he just should not have commented at all. I can halfway sympathize, is not the word. I can halfway understand the stance that he was taking. I just think that appropriate wording is important. And I think this is where your media team or your PR team, if you want to make a statement or whatever, I think this is where your money is put to use. So you paying these people to do this type of shit for you. So I think that he should have had the right people put together the appropriate statement for him to make. And I just think that his thoughts, and again, this is IMO, I think that his thoughts were not conveyed properly, because, when you think of, somebody doing something wrong or whatever, or the things that somebody did. I mean, say for instance, and you don't have you do have a brother, but say for instance, this was your brother, and or not even your brother. Say for instance, it was somebody who was really close to you, or you were once really close to them, and they helped you do X, Y, Z, or they got you. Like, I'm really against just throwing people away because they did some wrong shit or they did some bad shit. And I really took his statement as though what he was really trying to say was that I'm not just gonna throw you away and act like you don't exist or whatever because of XYZ or whatever. Like, I'm still gonna be there for you. I'm still gonna try to support you as best as possible or whatever. Or if it was one of your kids or something, like, you don't stop loving your kid. I mean, unless they killed somebody. And not trying to minimize the things that he did, because I think that he did some horrible shit. And two things can be true at one time. So Puffy helped a lot of people. Like, he helped a lot of people. He got a lot of people from poverty to making money and do it. Like, he has truly helped a lot of people, but he also did some fucked up shit. And I mean, you cannot get past the fact that he dragged that bitch down the hallway. Like, he did some fucked up shit. And I do think that he is where he deserves to be. I think that he absolutely needs to serve the time. I find it funny that, for as tough as he has played all these goddamn years, Now all of a sudden he whining and crying and trying to get the fuck out of there. Like, if you're gonna be tough, be
Well,
tough.
they claim, yeah, they said that he's gunning for good behavior. They said after, they said at first he was getting caught with like, contraband, like somebody tried to like send him a phone, or he was getting caught with unauthorized notes and things like
Yeah,
that. But they said that he's being a model inmate. He's working, he's doing this. Because he only has about what 2 more years. He could really
yeah,
be realistically, he could be out in about a year.
yeah.
So it just is interesting. So
I'm
you
just like,
guys with
do the time,
do
and
your time, but the thing about it is, Diddy was so methodical with stuff. This
yeah,
wasn't just somebody that, we have, like, Mystical right now is in court right now for rape charges, and this is not the first time that we've heard this about him.
well, this is his third
Th-
time now, and
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, for the
This is
same thing. All three,
this is
like,
the same thing, the same stories, and it's like with Diddy, where it's smoke. And we've heard rumblings about Mystical and Diddy for years, both of them. But the thing about Diddy is he was so methodical in not only his abuse, with his control, with his intimidation, with using a lot of people, like taking people over state lines, and
yeah,
the freak offs, and like the girl was getting immune to antibiotics
yeah,
because of what you're like. It wasn't just, not to say regular essay is nothing, but it's like apples and oranges. Like do you the little rob burglar, the homeless man robbing a convenience store, or the person ahead of a company that's robbing people's retirements, and doing
yeah,
this, and robbing banks, and leave, like, it's apples and oranges. But the sad part is Diddy did more. He did, lasting different things, and he's gonna get out way, Mystical's looking at 20 years to life at this point,
yeah,
for the charges, and for, he's done it so many times. And it just seems like with Diddy, because the stuff couldn't be proven, and because he had successfully intimidated witnesses for so long,
yeah,
that it was hard to prove, and that, he is going to get out. And 9 times out of 10, the people closest to him know his ultimate power, and they know that it's easier, I think, to be his friend than be his enemy. Now, when
mhm,
we talk about Usher, you have to remember that Usher was dropped off at Diddy's house at 14
yeah.
to go through A&R, to go through training, and I can't think of the word when they mold the artist. They
Yeah,
going through
I was gonna
molding
say
them and shit.
grooming, and
That's
I
I
know,
don't know
I
what the
know that's
word
not, I know
is,
that's not it. I'm just
um,
talking shit. Mhm.
but there was rumors, and this isn't all in a documentary. You could see Usher's mom talking about this, because Usher's mom was one of the first momagers in the
Yeah,
industry.
yeah,
She's really known for a lot of things she did. She said she dropped her son off as a boy, and what she picked up was a disrespectful man. She said that she had heard that Diddy was having the freak offs and the orgy parties, and this is all alleged, guys, but it's coming from Usher's mom, saying that she heard that Diddy was having. She said, I dropped him off thinking, he's gonna get the things he needs. He's gonna, and she said that she was hearing about all this stuff, and then the music Usher delivered was hypersexual. It was, just not on brand for him. And we didn't even hear that first album. Like, that first album came out, but I don't even know, I didn't really get to know Usher until My Way and
yeah,
those songs.
yeah.
So his mom even said he was totally different after being with Diddy for, I think he was only there, he was supposed to stay a year, he was only there for a summer. And she said who knows what kind of grooming or anything that could have been going on there. And then we turn around, and Usher was
But
in charge of Justin Bieber. He was in charge of creating him. And recently, last month, Usher and Justin Bieber were seen in a physical altercation.
here's a
And so
question for what you were
people
saying.
are saying, do you think Diddy groomed Usher, and Usher groomed like, it could be a whole thing going on?
But here's a question off of what you were saying. You have a 13-year-old son. We know you don't, but you have a 13-year-old son who is, dying to be a musician. He wants to be in the industry. He wants to be a superstar, whatever you want to call it. can you just drop your child off and just leave them to be with somebody? I understand that they're talking about media training and A&R and
You know,
develop
he was
all of
getting
that.
developed. That's what it was, developed. He was going through
But
artist
but
development.
but as a parent, are you
Well,
able
the
to?
thing is, I wouldn't do that. But
Because I wouldn't. I
this is
just
not
would not do it.
but this is not an uncommon story.
It's not. I know it's not.
Aaliyah was
Yeah.
entrusted to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Multiple with girls, young girls were entrusted to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Even TLC left their parents to go live at the house and be with Pebbles. Pebbles was like their mom. This was something that was done, especially with young child stars, even Britney Spears and um Ryan Gosling and all the people that were on the Mickey Mouse Club, they left their parents and was sent with these professionals. And now that's why we're hearing about Amanda Bynes and different people coming out saying that they unspeakable things happen, because at that time a lot of parents were doing that. Now we had parents that weren't, and they were labeled difficult. We had like Hillary Duff's mom that wasn't going for that. We had Sonia, Ray J and Brandy's mom that wasn't going for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of see the different trajectories of career, but this was not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
You know, that you would send them with someone to go get developed. But she said this was not what they talked about. This is not what she thought was going to happen.
I
So
would love
then,
to have Brandy and Ray J's mom and dad on the platform. Um,
love them.
and I put that out there as a
Willie,
terrible. You know, I would love
Willie
to have them on the
Senior.
platform. I really would like to have all four of them, but like together.
Listen, and have you heard today Brandy talking about her with what's his name from Boyz II Men?
Yeah, it's in her book that came out yesterday.
Yeah, so like even she was very protected, but once again, she was dating a grown man. He was on the Breakfast Club laughing about that, talking about, yeah, I
Yeah.
had sex when she was 16, 17 years old. Like this was not uncommon, and I think that a lot of people went through that, or we saw that, and so
Well,
now people are way more protective.
he's claiming that nothing happened until she turned 18, but I think
They
otherwise.
just pulled a Breakfast Club interview that he did 9 years ago, where he laughed and they said on air, she said, "Did you sleep with Brandy? And was she young or underage?" Angela Yee asked him, and he said she was about 16, 17-year old when we slept together. She was old enough. She was old enough to get that.
Oh,
So literally, you could go.
oh,
You guys can look it up. I want to say it was on Hollywood Unlocked, but I'm not sure. You guys, it's the that was just posted. I want to say maybe 15 minutes before we got on here. So that's breaking news.
oh.
Um, yes. So as much as he want to say, no, we got you in 4K on the Breakfast Club saying she was old enough. But like I
Okay,
said, I think that it was a different time, but that doesn't make it right.
you're right.
And so, I just think a lot of these stars, and they went through, unspeakable things. And then, like I said, now just Usher got into it with Chris Brown, a physical fight with Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. And these were two of his proteges, two of his people that he took under his wings. So it's like, is there something bigger going on with this? Like what, what's really going on? But Usher is not the only person that came out in defense of Diddy. We also have rapper J. Cole. When being asked about his affiliations with Diddy and how he felt about it, he said, "I'm not going to kick him while he's down. You don't
Right.
kick a man while he's down." When
And I
I
can.
say, it's like, I understand that, but when I say that the people on TikTok was on his ass, because as soon as they posted that, they posted him actually kicking Cassie while she was down. They actually
Yeah.
show him kicking her in a hotel. So it's like,
Yeah.
you don't want to figuratively kick a man while he's down, but he can literally kick a woman while she's down like that. I think
Yeah.
that was a poor choice of words,
I think
but I
it's. I
think
think poor choice of words. Yeah.
perfectly encompassed though the double standard. I think it perfectly and ironically encompassed the double standard, to where people think, oh, this and they kind of, and the further you get from things, especially because he didn't get all these years like everybody thought. I think the public perception is almost ready to have Diddy back. To
Yeah.
welcome him back with open arms.
Yeah.
Last year it was like he was the plague, and now it just seemed like we got Carisha Please, Young Miami. She's doing her rounds in um solidarity with him and support of him. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think we're going to see a lot more celebrities than we thought that are going to welcome him back and that are going to support him and that are going to work with him. I think we'll get to a time where this will never be off of people's minds, but I think it'll get to a time where he can live almost close to the life that he was living before. And I think that that's sad because the victims of this crime aren't, they can never go back.
You're right. You are
Mm.
absolutely right.
So, but it
You're
is funny that the
absolutely right.
kids be playing Diddy tag, James, at the school. Run, you're Diddy now. I gotta run. Don't tap
Oh,
me.
okay.
Like Diddy tag. Y'all kids is these kids is Lord. They just
Oh Lord.
pray for me, y'all. My daughter's on spring break. Shout out to all the parents. She's on spring break and call me. I'm spring broken. She's broken me.
You
She's
said
broken me.
oh
um
Lord.
so yeah, it's a lot going on. I did want to give a shout out to Afro Man, guys. Afro Man is one of the first people to beat police at their own game. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what happened, and then we could we could discuss. But Afro Man house was raided by a police department, and they broke his gate, damaged his door, as well as other things in his house, cut his cameras, not just unplug them, cut them. So they damaged the cameras. Um, and then they didn't find anything. And when he asked them, are you guys going to pay for this? Am I going to, they laughed at him and said, it's not our responsibility. They also took $4,000 from the home. And once all the allegations were unfounded, they said, okay, well, you can get your stuff, come get your property. So when he came to get his property, he brought the news with him because he's like, I don't want y'all doing nothing shady, and I'm gonna count my money. And when he
Right.
counted his money, it was $400 short. Oh, that man was mad. That man was
I would be
mad.
too. I would be
So he
too.
said, I'm gonna get up off this couch, and I ain't getting high today. And I ain't gonna forget about this because I got high. I'm about to get in their ass. And what did he do? He used the footage from the raid, the actual footage of the police officers raiding his house, and he created a series of funny ass songs and videos. Guys, you guys can look on YouTube. One of them is called Lemon Pound Cake, and it's one of the officers walked past his cake on while there was raid, and he was like, he was looking like, I want some of that lemon pound cake. So when I say Afro Man is petty, man, he's so petty. Do you know the police department has received 1,000 packages of pound cake? And of people sending them lemon pound cakes, lemon cakes, bunt cakes. They said that they have been overwhelmed with cakes. He also had a song about lick 'em low Lisa. She'll eat you like a pizza. That is another hit, and you guys can watch it, listen to all these songs. And it's just so funny because he made them play every song and video out loud in court. When I say the footage, the court footage is funny on its own.
Right.
They had all the police officers come on the stand. They all cried and said how it affected them. He only had one witness. He only called one witness, and he called the man's ex-wife because he said, the officer mad because I'm screwing his wife. And all he asked her, he said, are we screwing? She said no. He said, do you think anybody will believe that, or is this for freedom of speech? He said, oh, it's just freedom of speech. I don't have no issues with it. And when it came down to it, he won his case. And it's just so funny that he came with an American flag. He had multiple American flag suits. I'm like, who is your tailor? Betsy Ross. so, so he ended up winning, but it was obvious to everyone involved in the case that the judge had something against him,
Right.
because the judge was it came out, a couple of the jury members came out and said that the judge was kept talking to them and trying to explain to them basically why he should lose the lawsuit, and they were sitting there saying like, we're standing on what we said. And he was very biased.
Mm.
But he won, and this is a case that people will be able to reference from years to come if they get into it with the police, that they can say, this is freedom of speech, this is, they can cite Afro Man. And then but the messed up part is the judge is making him pay half of the court costs, which is
And
normally
that's right.
not done. when someone is found not guilty for in a defamation suit, they never pay for the court costs. It's all
Right.
goes on the people that are filing the suit. So there has been some major, inconsistencies in that. Afro Man can file an appeal, but he would have to file an appeal on the whole thing and
Uh,
basically go through it all again. So he said he's still debating what route he's going to take.
yeah.
But for right now, he's celebrating his win. So he's been everywhere promoting this and things. So a lot of people are really, really happy for Afro Man. I know I was really happy. I love when you could stick it to the officers, because that wasn't right. That wasn't
Yeah.
right what y'all did.
And I was all for it until I realized, who he was or what he was. So
So
now
it
I'm
has,
like,
after this came out, once again, we were bamboozled, guys. He's a Trump supporter. He's MAGA.
yeah,
Which at this point, who isn't?
right, right,
But I was, I can celebrate his win, because even though I don't really agree with Trump, I do
yes,
think that freedom of speech is one of our
absolutely,
most sacred rights as Americans. I think
yeah,
every individual should be able to say, to some degree, what they want to say, without retribution from the government. And that's what people don't get. People be like, well, it's a free country and freedom of speech. Freedom of speech don't mean I'm not gonna punch you in the face for what you say. That
mm,
ain't freedom of speech. It means you will not get took to jail or sued or anything like that. So
absolutely,
yes, I don't think that, as journalists, I think freedom of speech is one of the things, the rights that we hold near and dear, because this is what we're doing right now.
absolutely, absolutely.
So congratulations and shout out to Afro Man on your win. I hope that maybe your political affiliations could change sometime, but it is what it is.
No, I agree. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
There was one last story I wanted to get to. Dang. Hold on, y'all. My phone. I don't know why my phone act like I'm on minutes or something. Like we're don't want to work. Oh, so we wanted to get into it with you guys about the different platforms. So for so many years, we've looked to a lot of the platforms, the same platforms for our everyday news. We've looked at Breakfast Club, Hot 97, and even what is the radio station that is, like, we have the one in Florida, we have the one in New York. Like there's a couple that provide everybody, everybody has eyes on all on them. Oh, how the mighty are falling, guys. They are
Yeah,
falling like flies. They are dropping
yeah.
like flies right now.
Uh huh.
And I just think that it is like James said, it's a fuck around and find out season. And I think that a lot of people are really finding out. I think a lot of people have thought that they were bigger than the program. I think a lot of people did not create a media safe space
Uh huh.
for people.
Uh huh.
And so, when you have a new record and they say you got to go to Hot 97 to promote it, you go to Hot 97, because that's what you got to do.
Hmm.
Now, these people might have been protected by who they were working for. Now, you might have been a jerk to me. You might have said some to tick me off. Now you on your own. H, no, I'm not supporting you.
Yeah.
And especially when Herbo, what is the white man's name?
You talking about Ebro and
Ebro and
I
what is
forgot
his
his name.
name? That used to he have the Jewish name that used to
Yeah,
host the hip hop
Rosenberg.
squares. Rosenberg,
Peter
Peter
Ro-
Rosenberg.
Peter Ro- Yeah.
So for so many years, people have said that they did not like them being the voice of hip hop, and they've even said we are the what. I've heard Peter Rosenberg to say, "I am hip hop, I am this and that," and a lot of people took a lot of offense to over the years how they acted like they were just above,
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
And they made a lot of enemies. They said inflammatory things. They were very rude to guests and things. And so now that a lot of these people are leaving these giant platforms,
Uh-huh.
they're no longer protected. They're no longer in a position of power that they were, and they're finding out that people really don't fuck with you. They really don't
Right.
like you.
Yeah.
And it like I said, like, we've created a media safe space here at Transcending The Culture and UG Digital as a whole.
Uh huh.
We are never going to be, yeah, Charlamagne had Lil Mama up there crying. We ain't never gonna do you like that. Like, we are a safe space, and that's why people come back. Now, when you don't create that space and wondering why people aren't, he's confused.
Right.
You've been acting like an asshole your whole career, and now you're confused why people aren't supporting you.
Yeah.
So it just is just crazy. James, how do you feel about it?
I just think, like I said, it's fuck around and find out season. Like, this is the shit that we do and that we've been doing. And a lot of them, they do not have a respect for the hustle and the process and all of that stuff because they've been getting all of this shit handed to them.
Mm.
And when you call yourself leaving or whatever, and you figure, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. And he made a comment like, yeah, they looking at me like I'm just this, just somebody on YouTube. You are.
That's all you are. That's all you
You
are.
are.
You
You,
Joe
you are.
Schmo.
And
You Joe
but
Schmo at this
it's
time.
sad though because that's somebody who, number one, does not recognize the power in his own abilities, and he does not, even when you think of YouTube, like he don't understand the power of YouTube and these media platforms. Look at the Don Lemons. Like look at Don Lemon and how
There
he
are
grown his
so.
platform.
Look at Carlos King.
Yeah, look at Carlos
Look
King.
at look at Jason Lee. Look at these
Yeah,
people that went independent after they may have. Carlos was real top housewives person in the production.
yeah,
He had to leave all of that, like that, and it's like you have to literally start over, and you're not gonna ever just jump off one ship and just be on the same level of that ship. You're starting over, and he's mad about it. He's
uh-huh.
perplexed. And the thing is, if you would have been better at your job and more respectful and humble, maybe
That
you would
part.
have kept a lot of your clientele, or people would want to come.
That part.
People should be clamoring to get on your show.
Yeah,
But as you see, you're having a problem. They running the other way. So that should show you that you might need to humble yourself. That's the
yeah.
one thing people don't
That's
want to humble themselves and realize
be
where you
humble.
came from. So it's just so crazy. And then with the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
The Breakfast Club has moved from their roots on YouTube to Netflix. And
yeah.
I don't
It's
know
not the
who
same.
made that deal. I think that the money probably was great, but it was short-sighted. It was short-sighted money. It's like saying somebody saying in 2 years you'll make $2 million, but I give you a million right now.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose out. You're gonna lose out on the other, but this million is sitting right here. So a lot of people
yeah,
jump, but y'all have literally ruined. I know someone. My one of my best friend's husband loves the Breakfast Club. That when I say the Breakfast Club is running almost 24/7 at their house, like he have a TV in his man cave, and that's what plays. It just plays interviews and shows, and the next day and donkeys of the day and different. That is what he literally sits there and watch that every single day. For
yeah.
y'all to go from a staple of the YouTube platform, y'all are somebody that made a real show that could be streamable on YouTube, an
Uh-huh.
actual radio show that's
Uh-huh.
streamable, that still does numbers on both. Y'all were one of the first people to do that. To give that up for Netflix that is already floundering with their viewership, especially Netflix doesn't have, not that they don't have, they don't, they are less likely to have everyday viewers, like everyday viewers
Absolutely.
that watch like the news, and
Yeah,
it's for streaming. It's for streaming a show, a movie, or something like that. I
yeah,
cannot imagine, and I know that it's just clicking on a different app. I know that.
yeah.
But for some reason, I just cannot see myself turn on Netflix and turn on a Breakfast Club. It just seems unnatural. It just seems unlike itself.
But
And I
when, but
think
when you
people
go
just
on,
mess up,
but when you go on Netflix, it doesn't even advertise like
It
on
doesn't advertise, it
like
doesn't pop up, it
you have
doesn't
to
say
search
new
for it.
episode. You have to
Yeah,
search. It don't tell you, like when Breakfast Club live on YouTube in the morning, that's gonna be the first thing you see if you log on, no matter what you looking up. It's
yeah,
gonna show you, hey, they live now. It's an interview right now. And they go all day, the whole time. Think about how much money in streaming when YouTube wants long-term content and y'all are doing 4 hours. Do you know how much money and how many views y'all are getting? And y'all left that for Netflix, and they said they're not even getting what, a quarter of the views they were
yeah.
to a
It's,
national hit, and a show that y'all just went through a transition with y'all lead host, and y'all finally got y'all footing with the new host. And it's just it's a dang shame. It's a dang shame, but you know what? They leave, and I think they leave room for other people. So I think that people are streaming other shows and getting their news elsewhere, like maybe Transcending the Culture.
Period. And listen, I just think, I just sit back and I'm watching all these cats, doing what they do or whatever, and all money ain't good money. All money
It
is not.
ain't.
All money
Hmm.
is not good money, and I know people would be like, oh well, that's easy to say. All money ain't good money, and
Hmm.
he took that deal for the money,
Yeah.
and a lot of the podcasters aren't even really getting paid off of that. Like it's it's unfortunate. uh, It's unfortunate the way that it's going down because they really built a good legacy and
Hmm.
obviously very good content and that sort of thing. And it's a big change in terms of the way that they're able to present their content now and get their content out there. I mean, like for a good 3 to 4 weeks, you really didn't even see anything from the Breakfast Club. It's like, where are the interviews? And they interviewing people. Um,
Yeah.
and it has to be something in there that says that they can't post it or they can't, and it's like they don't really have control. They don't have the same control over their content that they had.
That they used
To
to. Yeah.
me, that's the beauty of independence. And
Hmm.
yes, it's so much more difficult for you to really get things out there, and you are working for some time. It's not overnight, and it just is what it is. But I'm grateful for the journey that I've had. I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have together. I think that we are doing an amazing job with building this, and it takes time. It takes time.
Yeah.
uh, it's not going to be overnight, but we have built amazing relationships through this network. We have built
Hmm.
some amazing relationships to be able to, at the drop of the dime, get an Eric Roberson on here, or
Yeah.
get,
Yeah. That's crazy.
the Eric Robersons, the Nazy Nays, like the
Hmm.
people who we have on the platform, and we handpick the people who
Hmm.
we're bringing on here. So it's not like we just, okay, come on. Oh yeah, we need somebody to do it. Like we are
Yeah.
handpicking people that we feel are essential and necessary to the culture and to where you and I feel like we want to see the culture go. I think that we are
Hmm.
a good mix. So obviously, I'm a tad bit older, so but I think it's a good thing though. When you think of
Hmm.
the way we blend together with our journalistic views and values and that sort of thing, we are very much on the same page. However, I have more of like the traditional piece of it because
Hmm.
I've been doing it for 25 years.
Yeah, and
And
it's
you have a
with
lot,
with the
but
magazine,
yeah,
that's where that comes from. Like people forget that. Like all that experience, transform, and then it's like, me, I'm gossip queen, social media queen. I like to go to the
yeah.
events. I like to go to the
But that's
nighttime events
beautiful
and
because
show
we
my face
need
and
that
network
aspect.
and stuff. So yeah.
We need that aspect.
Oh, love you,
And we
cuz.
love you right back. And appreciate you for being here because you don't have to be here. You could be doing something
Mhm.
else. It's 9:32. Like at least on Eastern time. But I'm just saying, like, you could be doing a million other things and you sitting on a live with us. And I don't care if we have 1,000 viewers, if we got 500 viewers, if we got one viewer. It don't matter to me because
Mhm.
like I believe that we are getting good content out there, good wholesome content. Like we ain't
Mhm.
shucking and jiving and acting crazy and no shit like
Mhm.
that. Respect everybody that comes on here. I think
Mhm.
we bring very good people on the platform. We have a good time doing it. And
Mhm.
we try to stay consistent. So
Yeah.
again, it takes time. I beg and plead with everybody when we get on here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell,
Yes. Mhm.
subscribe,
Yeah.
and we just gonna keep on pushing it, keep on pushing it, and,
Yeah, because it's
it
a
gets
market
there.
for what we do, and we see it seems like, every few years we go in this vacuum where it's like the
Yeah,
old, the out with the old, the in with the new. So,
yeah,
I think we got something great, and I think we're gonna continue to grow. I'm gonna
and
continue to
media,
bring you guys
like,
these stories.
yeah, and this in this business, it never stays at a high the whole time.
Hmm. Oh
So
yeah.
it's like,
Hmm.
we'll get to a high and it's like we'll have everybody coming through. I remember we had We had Kim Whitley. We had Coco Brown. We had Major, and we had that Christmas movie stream that we did with Calloway, Vanessa Bell Calloway, and all of that.
Yeah.
And we had all of that all in the same week. And it was like, damn, we booming. The shit is hitting. We booming. And then for like 2-3 months, it was like an interview here, interview there. And that's just the way, like, I've been in this for 25 years.
It's
That's the way it goes.
entertainment. Yeah.
It be up, it be down. Like April to like September, October will be jumping. So like we'll have all kind of shit going on because it's getting hot outside. It's gonna be summertime, springtime. Like everybody is outside and people got stuff going on. And then in the winter months, it don't be a whole lot of stuff going on or whatever. And you know, you try to pull out of the hat, you know, to get people away. And then it's like,
but we do,
you
it, baby.
We try to reach out to, you know, the people who are obviously trending the most, that align with what it is that we're trying to do. We're trying to get the Cardis, and we're trying to get the Duran Bernards, and we're trying to get, but then you also are dealing with, you know, the PR teams, and the PR teams have their own agenda. So like 99% of the time when you reach out to the artist has no clue that you reached out because they have somebody who handles all of that.
Yeah, that handles that. Yeah.
That team decide yay or nay.
There's so many people that we've reached out to through the proper channels, and then we meet them in person. They not even, you know, don't know what we're talking about, and they willing to. They're like, oh yeah.
And that's why it's imperative for us to get out and get to events and actually meet these people, because pretty much 100% of the time when we meet them, and then we like, hey, can you get ready? Like, yeah, let's do it. And then it's like, you talk to them and you get an immediate response because you're going directly through them, or you're going directly through somebody else. And it's not necessarily the PR team or whatever. So I get it. And it sucks when you have people like the Ebros and that don't understand it. Like, humble yourself and get the fuck out here and do the work. But you ain't had to do the work because you've been with Hot 97 for how long? And they just passing the shit over.
They just and people are surprised when you get to a point and then you are just entitled, like you just feel like you're entitled to this and you're entitled to that, and then when you leave that position and you ain't got nothing going on, it's like, hello, like you didn't get that, like you didn't get you should have been, if had you would have been doing what you were supposed to do, those people would love to, because I mean, like you said, Carlos Miller, Jason Lee, you know, there were people, they had to pull their cars, like, and get with people that you know, they I remember hearing Carlos say, it's time, I had to call people I ain't talked to in a couple years and ask them to come on here to help me and build up my platform. It ain't just gonna be here you go, you're we don't, this is a whole different ball game. Absolutely. And it's a whole different era, and it's 1,000 people hungrier and more humble than you. So it's just it's
Ty, we are gonna get down there, Ty. I usually get down there. Well, actually, both of us, we get down there quite a bit because our publicist, even though we have our own PR firm, our publicist is in Atlanta, so we are actually there quite a bit, and probably, I'm thinking in May we probably gonna end up down there.
It's a couple. It's the women's expo, and then Eric is having a show
always too. Dope. So I think I'm gonna get us credentials so that we could do the women's event. And
I would love to.
We could go down there, and we just could fly down there. When is that, in May?
Yes, in May. I want to say because
I know Eric.
I know he'll be down there. I don't know if he's
gonna be down there May 25th. He said.
Okay, it might line up. It might line up. It might not. I have to check the dates. I know it's May 20
Well, I want to go to Pittsburgh to see him though. He's in
okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, we can do Pittsburgh, and then we can get down to Atlanta for the women's expo.
That's in 2 weeks, and I know I should be off on the 16th, so we could go to Pittsburgh and go see him. We will get to Atlanta in May, and if any of you, because I know it's a number of you guys who are still on here, if any of you did not see our conversation with Eric Roberson tonight, it is streaming on the platform now. So you guys can pull that up, we had a really, really dope conversation with Eric
Mhm.
Roberson today. He came on at 4:00 today. So you guys can catch that. It was a very, very dope conversation. I think you guys will like it.
Yeah, I always love him. So I posted the links for both. If you guys want to check out my social media, go on my story. You can click right on there and it'll show. And he actually reposted
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
flyer, the flyer that I had did for people to watch the show. So you can
I
also
mean,
check it out on his page, or if you're looking for his social media, you can find it through my page. But it was an awesome conversation,
yeah.
and I
And
think
I
that
found
you
like
guys will really like his music.
and when you treat these guys good, like when you treat
Mhm.
them good, they turn up for you. Like, he's gonna send us Avery Sunshine, and I've been trying to get Avery Sunshine for about 2 years.
Ooh,
So
happy
like,
happy
and,
early
and, and,
birthday,
and that's
sir.
and that's the thing again that the Ebros don't understand. Like sometimes you got to keep hitting at these people and trying to get
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. So I
And
think that
then
a
you
lot of
end up
people,
running into somebody who knows somebody or whatever, because I'm gonna tell you who we may end up having on the platform that is
mm,
kind of in talks right now. So I'll tell you that in a minute because I can't really mention nothing to nobody, but
yeah, we'll
at
we'll
least
we'll
at
get
least not yet. But
once it's
it's a
official,
lot of stuff
we'll
coming.
let
So
y'all
Ty,
know.
we appreciate you. We
Mhm.
appreciate everybody who was on here, everybody who's been in the comments.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Like I do not take
Oop,
any of
oop,
this
oop.
lightly.
Turn up.
All of this is passion, love, passion, and like we love what we are doing. We appreciate that you guys are on here. If
Mhm.
you have not followed the YouTube channel, UGD Podcast Radio, please follow, please subscribe, and please share it with whomever you can, because I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. We're trying to get monetized. So
Mhm.
and I believe we are at the number where we theoretically can be monetized, but I still
Y'all,
want
I
to,
got my first 70 cent check from Facebook, y'all. So hey, keep
listen. And
keep watching.
when I tell you ain't nothing wrong with it, I remember I got my first paid, I won't say my first paid media check, but the first check I got from BET. That
Mhm.
shit $25. And when I tell you, I never even cashed it. I framed that motherfucker.
Oh my God, James, you so
Because
funny.
I was just like, this is it. Like this is it.
I done made
Like
it.
you be happy. You got to be proud of that, because like
Mhm.
this ain't this. It is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. And believe it or not, even though you're doing it yourself and you're doing it on YouTube and YouTube don't cost, it's a lot of money that goes into pulling this stuff together and having the right software and the right resources and all of that stuff. So we are doing what we know. We are doing our best. We appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for being on. I don't really have anything else.
That
Um,
was it. That was it for
you
me.
guys follow us. The obvious platforms are at Transcending the Culture on Instagram. You can get at UGD Podcast Radio on pretty much all of the platforms. So whether it's X, whether it is Instagram, whether it is yeah, that's it. I'm, listen, I'm losing my mind. But at Transcending the Culture and at UGD Podcast Radio. My Instagram, I have two. It is at I am James Grant and at Authentically James. You can follow either one of those. And then any other platform, it's I am James Grant. So you can
Mhm.
follow all of those.
Yeah, guys, you can reach me at Cat Queen on all platforms and Cat Gotcha. And make sure you guys are paying attention because we'll be having all the information about how to purchase your tickets for the Legend Awards coming up this month.
Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We
Shout out
absolutely
to
appreciate
Nazy
you guys.
Nay,
Yeah,
our
shout out to
guest
Nazy Nate.
tonight.
Once again, shout out to Eric Roberson, who we had on at 4 p.m. today. You guys can catch that stream again. I am gonna run it. I'm gonna run it live again tonight so that we can get some clips and whatnot, and then start posting those on social media. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back with you guys next Wednesday. Everybody have an amazing night. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.